Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. What's going on, sir?
Guys, what in the world? Hello. Hi. How are you? All good. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, my brother.
We don't do hello world. Is that hello world? Hello people. I was just like, boom, go. Stay ready. Guy, did you watch that game, guy?
Well, you tell me which game you're talking about. I'll tell you if I watched it or not.
Mother Teresa versus, or was it
Oh,
RHHS?
who is RHHS?
I don't know, man. I can't believe we lost to them, guy. I remember that game. That
You
game was
lost that
crazy.
game?
Yeah,
I,
we
I
lost
didn't
that
finish. I didn't finish watching the game.
guy. It clicked into my head that game, guy. It was hilarious. There was a point where I was like, I gotta rewind something and see what I did there. Oh, that
No,
was cool.
Elder sent the clip. Elder
Mm,
sent the clip and said, "Yo, send this to T Dot. Send this
mm,
to T Dot."
mm.
I didn't get to watch the whole thing yet.
You gotta watch it, guy. I gotta send you a timestamp.
Yeah,
Some,
timestamp it for me. Timestamp it for me.
it's a good game, guy. That team was stacked, guy.
But what I was watching was it
Mm.
stacked?
I, I don't know.
Because what I was watching, like the parts that I was watching, it looked like you guys were like dominating, and it was they
No,
looked like
guy.
easy pickings.
No, guy. We lost that game,
Hmm.
guy.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, I really need to watch it then.
yeah, man. It was one of
Hmm.
them games. Oh, look, Julie Mango's here.
Hmm.
Looks like we got one of them raid thingamabobs. Jenny Hype.
Julie
Good evening.
Mango, what up with you?
Chico, Mr. Chico, sing happy birthday one more time to Chico.
Yes, yes, yes.
Mm.
Chico Sing, what up with you? Jenny Hype, what up, Jenny? What up?
Well, thank you for the raid, Baba Khan. I think this is very kind that he was able to play a little bit before us and stretch his show out a little bit so we can raid in. Yeah,
Yes,
it was a
appreciate you for that, sir.
meet in the middle a little bit, eh? Oh, Love Bunny coming in romping, stomping. You want it now, eh? Well, hang tight. We'll see what happens. Thank you for being here. It's somewhere in the back. You got to go check for it. Happy Tuesday.
Yes, yes. You want to know what's a pretty cool thing?
Mm,
I was bringing my son to soccer on Saturday
mhm,
morning, early Saturday
mhm.
morning. I was bringing him to soccer. So as I was bringing him to soccer, I was listening to some old clips of Pizza in the Break Room, some like early ones, right?
All right.
Just listening to some stuff to see where I can get some sound bites. So as I was listening to it, I was thinking, wow, man, these past episodes are pretty good. Even though we grew and have evolved and kind of gotten better at certain things. But I was listening to some
Mm,
past things, the conversations, the way that we were interacting was pretty good. So I said, okay, let me get my son something to eat. So we stopped at this like coffee shop.
can't wait to see what kind of segue this is. Yeah. Go
Right? We
on. We're
stopped at this
talking.
coffee shop.
Yeah.
And then when I'm inside the coffee shop now, someone says to me, "Hey, are you the guy? Are you the barber like on Twitch?"
I hate that shit, yo.
And I'm like, "Well, yes, I am."
As a matter of fact, I'm that
As a
guy.
matter of fact, I am. And she goes, "Well, I'm Jenny. I'm Jenny
Oh,
Hype." I'm like,
oh,
"What?"
for real?
I'm like, "What?"
Wow.
I'm like, "Bring it in."
It's wild when that stuff happens, man.
So we debunked right there
Mm.
that I don't hug.
You're so stupid, man.
Right there, we
Oh,
debunked it. Like
that's
unconsciously and
hilarious.
unknowingly, we
You
just
just bare love.
just debunked it right there. Because I'm like
Done.
online, yeah, I don't hug, yo. I don't hug.
In real life, guy, IRL, you're a totally different guy, man. You're a big softy inside guy.
So I met Jenny Hype. So
Mm.
her son plays on TFC as well.
Mm.
Yeah, plays in a younger age group than Fitz does. But
Mm.
it was just pretty cool because what blew my mind was the fact that we were listening to Twitch on the way and like listening to us on Twitch on the way, and
Guy,
then
we live in the Matrix, man.
I get into the the coffee shop, and the way I got into the coffee shop was like this crazy turn, like 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 coffee shop, and I made this crazy turn to get there, right? And then I'm in there, and then like it was like 7 o'clock in the morning.
Right. Well, that's a good time to be in a coffee shop, I guess. Maybe. That's wild though. That's crazy, man. That's the way the universe works.
It is crazy.
Big up to Jenny Hype. She's here today.
She's like, it's not like, yo, are you the barber in Markham? She's like, are you the barber on Twitch? Pizza in the break room? Like, yes.
Matter of fact, yeah. I can't. I struggle with it. It's so cool, but I struggle with it still, man. I don't like. Hey, guy, I don't like that, man.
She said she was wearing her. She was wearing her Specs the Boss tracksuit.
Done.
So big up Jenny Hype, man. Much respect.
Big up.
Appreciate
Jenny.
the interaction that we had that morning.
Miss Sylvia, happy Tuesday. Fave, happy Tuesday. The DJR only sees donuts. Again, we'll see how it goes. See, first time person. Maybe we'll see them, maybe we won't. We'll see how it goes.
LL, what up with you? Miss Sylvia, tap in. Yes, y'all. Thank y'all for joining Pizza in the Break Room, episode 93.
It's a lot of episodes, guy.
And again, we appreciate DJ Baba Kahn for rating into us.
1,000,000%. It's gonna be interesting. I commented somewhere on the internet that as I started researching him, it was like I almost had to stop. Kind of just like, forget it. I'll ask him like 2 questions. We'll see where it goes.
Right.
Because it was like, man, that's right. That's right. Like, oh right, that's right. Oh shit, that's right. Right. As I was going through the stuff, and I was just like, okay, well, I guess we'll see how it goes. We'll see what we end up talking about. Probably won't even talk about that stuff. Anywho. Chico says we won't have any problems with content tonight. How was your weekend? Did you do anything exciting? What's going on in the world, yo?
Oh man, so my weekend was pretty low key. There was things that I wanted to do, but soccer was involved, so then I didn't get to really get involved in anything, right? Because I had to bring the boy to soccer. Not even that I had to, but I wanted to. You know what I mean? Like,
it was time for soccer. That's just part of life, guy.
Yeah, like I wanted to see him play. There was some mass camps that were happening. There were some events that were happening. I did want to get involved, but once I hear that soccer is happening, like I don't often get to see him play, and I realize the opportunity that I get. But for me, the biggest thing that I did this week, and where I started, matter of fact, I started it yesterday, was a 2-day juice cleanse. I did a 2-day juice cleanse, and bro.
Guys, so you just pure veggies and juice, guy?
No veggies, just juice.
Just juice. So not even. So we're beyond.
It was just. Right. It was just juice. So just juiced veggies and juices, fruits. Ordered a 2-day cleanse from a company called Greenhouse, and yesterday was tough.
How come? Why is yesterday? Well, so when did you do it?
I started yesterday.
Yeah.
I started yesterday. It was a 2-day cleanse. I'd ideally like to go for a 3-day cleanse, but I'm like, you know what? Let me not try and get too intense because I don't know what my day is going to be like 3 days in a row. All right. So when I say yesterday was tough is because I drink, like they give me like what, 12 bottles in a pack, 12 bottles of juice. Right. So I have one every hour, different types of juices. Right. And when it got to about 3 o'clock yesterday, man was like, yo, where the food at?
For real, eh?
Where's the food at?
Where's the lettuce at? You needed that lettuce at that time, guy.
I needed, I was like.
So what do you say? You got 12 bottles, you said?
12 bottles for yesterday. Right. So one every hour.
For yesterday?
Yeah, starting at 8 o'clock. So at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
I couldn't do it, man.
It does.
It's like when people go to Booster Juice, like as a meal replacement.
No, this is even different than that.
No, but I understand.
Mhm.
I completely understand that it's different than that. But like, you know, when people go to Booster Juice, have a Booster Juice, and they're like, I'm full. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Right? So you're drinking 12 bottles of juice every, like, that's just too much energy just to have that much juice, guy.
Bro,
Drink it.
I have not drank like that in my life. I haven't drank that much water because in between that, got to be drinking water, you know? So, I mean, I just,
So you got to drink the juice and you got to drink water.
yeah, you got to drink water, right? And
You
it's
got
a
to
thing
tap.
where
You got to click your heels too, guy.
it's kind of like you're giving your digestive tract, like digestive tract, like a break, you know, and kind of fortifying some nutrients into your body. But yeah, yesterday was tough. But funny enough, today I haven't been hungry.
So
But
when do you eat, guy? When do you eat? What time do you eat?
tomorrow. So
What time?
I had my last bottle of juice today at 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock this evening.
Yeah.
So
Are you gonna make it, guy? You're good.
I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, you and Baba Khan might have to finish off the show.
Yeah. Chico Singh asks if you would do it again now. Is the question.
It's funny because as I say this, right? I say like I'm not hungry now. Like yesterday, I was hungry and I was feeling for food, but then all day today I realized I haven't had that feeling. I'm not hungry, and I'm like, man, I can go another day. And then what I'm thinking about right now is like, I'm gonna ruin it when I start eating food again tomorrow. I'm like, man,
I'm just gonna keep on going.
like I feel like, man, I should just keep on going.
I don't know, man.
That's just how I feel mentally, because I'm like, I feel like I've done something really good, you know, like for the past 2 days. And I'm like, man, I'm gonna ruin it tomorrow.
I mean, it's juice or lettuce, guys, still. So I guess I'd take the juice.
You know, I haven't had lettuce in a long time.
Oh, sorry, we're on spinach now, right? Is that the world we're on spinach now?
No,
Kale?
we're doing kale. We're doing kale, bro.
Yo.
We're
Kale.
doing kale.
Sorry, I didn't mean to insult you, guys.
We're doing kale, man.
I didn't mean to insult you. Chris K, man, what up?
Chris K, man, what up with you, sir? And I appreciate you. I see what you're saying here. Well done, sir. And I appreciate that. Yeah, okay. So Chris K, man, says once you get past the first day or two, it gets easier, actually. And I feel that right now. I feel like I can go for more. Yeah, but I've done it, and now I'm thinking maybe I'll implement. Maybe I'll do once a month. I'll do like a 3-day cleanse.
Good for you, man.
Fritas.
Good for you. Mrs.
Wow,
Ron
pop.
Steve, what up? Holler, holler, holler. All right. To all the people that are here, do you know what fits? They could be anywhere in the world. But they're here with us.
Yes.
This is episode 93 of Pizza in the Break Room. We do this every Tuesday, 9:30. We also do a show Friday mornings, 7:45 a.m. It's called Cold Pizza. So you can also wake up with us on a Friday morning. We might give you the weather. We might not. Might tell you about the weekend. We might not. But thank you for being here, everybody. Today we have a very, very special guest. Like I said a moment ago, as I started researching, I was just like, yeah, wow, good for him. So we'll do a slow clap at some point in the next hour or so. But we've been trying to get Mr. Baba Kahn. Of course, he's a very busy man. And there's things in the world that he really, really likes that we'll talk about as well. That without them or that, you might have seen him a little bit earlier. But at the end of the day, very good. Can't beat that reasoning. So funny you say this, Love Bunny. You might bring him on and ask him about this exactly. So yeah. Pizza in the Break Room, episode 93. Holler, holler, holler.
We here now. We here. Yeah. Pizza in the Break Room, y'all. Holla, holla, holla.
Woo! Woo!
Well. Good evening, sir.
How are you, gentlemen? You guys all right?
We are all right, man. We are doing all right. How about yourself?
I was listening to the whole cleanse thing, and I was thinking, like, I've done those things. I've done a lot of those things to help with diet. I've had a lot of diet issues throughout my career. Obviously, being a DJ and the late night stuff doesn't help. eating lots of curry chicken, butter chicken when you get home after a gig doesn't help. So over the years, it's taken a toll on my on my system. So I've had to do a lot of cleanses, and so I know how you feel, and you feel great. I've never done your type of cleanse where it's a juice cleanse, or you do all that stuff. I've done things where I've gone down to like 600 calories and just simple foods, and I've done that for like 8 to 12 weeks.
Okay.
Right? So, but I also I take vitamins and other things to get through it, and you feel great, right? But the problem is the maintenance after it, right? So that's the thing. So, I've been able to do my best to maintain, but it doesn't always work out that way. But yeah, congratulations, man. Good stuff.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you. And yeah, and I guess the maintenance part is the difficult part with almost everything in life, right? Anything good that benefits us in life, we get started and we feel good about it, but then it's like, how do we continue?
Yep, that is exactly Sorry, hold on. Sorry, guys. I don't know.
Bam.
Sorry, I apologize.
No worries.
Chico sing with the chocolate cake cleanse.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Oh, geez. Chocolate cake. I would, today is my brother's 50th birthday, so I had a lot of chocolate cake, and I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna leave this, and it's some women or men will be watching. I had Indian food and a lot of chocolate cake, so my stomach is in really good condition right now. so I can tell you right now, yeah, we're in good condition. So if all of a sudden I'm like, hey guys, give me a second. Yeah, give me a second.
Yeah, don't worry, we're good. We understand.
Yeah,
live happens, right?
Oh yeah, listen, you have no idea, man. People don't know my history when it comes to that stuff. And like, there's a story, we'll get into it later. About, I mean, I don't think anyone wants the details of it, but just about how a washroom. I was probably one of the DJs. We were doing a live here, and how a washroom played a very important part of my career. So that's another story for another time.
Wow, hey, for real.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty. It's a very interesting story, and some people know it, some people don't know it. It's one of those things you shouldn't share because people are like, "Oh God, really? Ill, Bubba, ill."
Washroom played a very important part in your career.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. I don't mean shit going down the toilet. I mean like just like my career going down the toilet. I mean just in general. Like, yeah. Anyways, boys, let's get on to some things that people really care about, because I don't think anyone wants to hear about that.
Oh man. Well, we talked about it earlier. We were talking about it yesterday too. We did try to get you on the show a couple of times.
Yeah.
And we had conflicts, which when I saw the reason, I was like, man says he's got Leaf tickets. What do you want to do? Like, what can we do? So that's a thing for you from long time. The Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah, Maple Leafs, Toronto hockey, and me. My dad and I started watching it when I was 12. So it was something I used to do with my dad a lot. So I watched it from the age of 12, and I never looked back. Obviously, hockey's my first love, and then it, obviously I got into the Raptors as soon as they came to the city, but it was always hockey. Like, I mean, that's up for debate, but like, I'll always say this, and people will. I believe this is a hockey town more than it is a basketball town. I love our Raptors, but this is a hockey town.
You don't think it changed yet? It hasn't changed.
I think with the youth now it's changed, but with the money, no.
Right.
Yeah. That money, that corporate money for for hockey is never going to change. I do when you go out, like before, I don't know how it was for you guys. I used to be playing either baseball, basketball, or hockey. Now I just see people playing basketball, and basketball, which is a good thing, or soccer, right? That's what I see around my neighborhood, at least. So.
In my side of town, in Markham here, so I have a barbershop, and I cut a lot of kids in the area, right? Markham, to me,
hockey town
is hockey. And if I go by what I see with the kids that I deal with, I'm thinking hockey is what dominates the city.
See, you're saying that, but we're from the same area, Mark. I know where your barbershop is, and I think it's a basketball. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
You bring up a very valid point. Okay, so I guess I'm saying what I see out there. Yeah. Like when I go out in the streets and see stuff, I'm not seeing anyone. I don't know. Like I used to play street hockey every night. I was street hockey every night. That was it. Floor hockey, street hockey. I was never good at basketball anyways, but that's what I used to do. So here, yeah, you get there's a ton of it, but hockey is also damn expensive, man.
Mm.
Really expensive. So maybe it's the demographic in the area and all that stuff like that. But I don't know. Maybe yeah, I see a lot of basketball and hockey, but I mean you're cutting and you're getting a different vibe from
But I probably see where you say, Baba, like it's like what you see, like you see Raptors hats and things like that, people doing those types of things. But I was actually talking to a friend of mine the other day, and she was like, my son just wants to play hockey right now. And I'm like, oh, really? And yeah, he's just around it, right? And I was like, she said it to me. She's like, Marco, hockey town. I'm like, really? Because I think the same thing as I'm looking at it, like, so those hockey kids, fans of basketball, probably do dual sports as well.
Yeah, they do a lot of it. Yeah, tons of it, especially here.
But I'm actually surprised. And when he said Markham, I was like, yeah, okay, and you're from this area. But it's just funny that somebody mentioned that to me the other day.
I just want to point out Mrs. Ronci. Hold on, she's a Habs fan, so I'm going to now unfollow her.
Yeah, right. I was about to. I was gonna put her comment up. I was like, nah, I don't want to do that one.
No, you need to do that. So Mrs. Ronci, you're a wonderful soul, but it has to end. So I'm going to unfollow you now.
There you go.
You find out these truths. You learn these truths as people go along. You don't realize it. See, for me, if I was single and I'm out on a date and someone's like, you love hockey? I love hockey. I'm a Habs fan. I'll be like, excuse me for a moment. I wouldn't even turn back. I wouldn't even come back.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah, I'd be gone. That's it. I wouldn't even pick up, like me. I'm that guy that I'm old school, so I'll pick up the check. I wouldn't pick up the check. Hell no.
I'm just out.
Yeah, that's it.
Shove it. Just take it. Yeah. Channel 9, big up. Christy Ray, cuz. What up, Miss G?
What up, cuz?
Happy Tuesday.
Mr. 9,
Channel
Mr. Channel 9.
You know, he is one of my favorite DJs ever. And you know that he worked on Rec Shop Radio with me. When Sean Sachs was gone, Channel 9 took over and worked with me. And I learned a lot from that dude. I lost 1,000 followers. Yeah, I learned a lot from the dude. He's an incredible human being, an incredible DJ. So what up, brother?
He's definitely an incredible human being. Big up Channel 9.
He is an amazing man. Amazing soul.
We've known him well since, I've known him well since high school, even before that, I guess, a little bit. So
yeah, there's one of those people, like, you know, in this business, I mean, this is a very interesting business. You meet some DJs that you just, you know, you click with and everything works out. And sometimes you meet some DJs, you're like, get the fuck out of my life for the love of God. Right? Why do I meet you? Why do I work with you? And Channel 9 is one of those guys that will always have that respect level for me from day one. He's always been that type of dude. So
I always hear men's professional.
Yes,
very, very professional.
And that's a thing. See, professional people forget that. People forget how professional a DJ needs to be successful. But you know, it is what it is.
How long you been a DJ, Baba?
If you ask some of my friends, for my entire life. But if you want to get to the nitty gritty of it, next year is my 30 years as a DJ.
30.
Yeah.
So what's that? When you look back and say 30 years, what's that milestone? What happened 30 years ago? That's when you.
30 years ago was when I kind of started, like, I was DJing before that, but when I actually got into venues, like when I actually was like DJing on turntables and doing things, not a super success, but at that point, but just doing what I was doing. So it was 30 years ago, man. I was at a club on Gerrard Street. It was called Club Marquee. And I got to play in this hellhole dive where people were friggin' rolling crack. I mean, I don't even roll crack. I'm not even a drug guy. I don't know what you do with crack. Smoke crack, yeah. And I was like in between, like them, like putting their needle in. I'm like, I'm gonna play a track to the point where it broke into like a massive fight on the like not even the dance floor, the bar area. And I kept playing because I was so excited to DJ, and he's like, "Turn it off!" I'm like, "Yo!"
He's just sitting there.
I almost got the mix. I almost got the mix.
And no one gave a shit, but it was just one of those moments. No one cared, but I remember the guy by the booth was he wasn't healthy looking for sure. The guy must have, I'm sure he keeled over later from drugs, but whatever.
That's awesome.
Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs. You know, I mean, I'm going to tell you right now. I was lucky enough, and I'm going to tell you this, and some people will believe it, they won't believe it. Not that anybody cares, but from a very young age, because I was in the club world and there's drugs always around you, with whether they're doing it or out smoking it or selling it, whatever the hell they're doing with it. I don't really care. I'm not talking about weed. I'm talking about hard drugs. Okay, so weed is a completely different view with me, but the hard drugs, I've seen it around me, and I've seen so many people get messed up with it. I would never try it. Would never try it. So I remember this one time. There's the club. Remember RPM back in the day?
Yeah. I
Okay.
remember.
So I think people on this chat. So I got a chance to play at RPM at a very young age, and it became government eventually. But I remember I was DJing, and the lighting guy next to me was like, "Yo, man, we're gonna have a freaking party!" And then he just fucking laced the vinyl with cocaine. He's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Holy shit!" Right? So, and then he was like going absolutely nuts, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And then I was like, "Yeah." So it was from a very. He was like, "Come on, man, come on, Baba." That's what you should get, Baba. Come on, Baba. Okay, Baba. So yeah, so I was So I just figured anyone who did drugs was psychotic, or they liked Montreal Canadiens. So that's how I. That's how I put the two together.
That sounds about right.
That's about it. I see you, Miss Ronci. I see you, girl. I see you.
Oh man. Okay, so 30 years you've been a DJ.
Yes.
We're gonna put that on 30. What made you want to be a DJ? What's like your influences?
I gotta be honest. Okay, like being South Asian, when you grew up South Asian, you weren't allowed to go. My mom was always chill. My dad was super chill. My mom is the typical South Asian. I will kill you. Come home, right? She was very, very on top of her shit. Stop it. Stop the music. The DJ Smeej. No, stop it right now. So that's what she used to call it. Every time I come home, what are you doing? I'm gonna go DJ. DJ Smeej, go read. Okay, go read the book. DJ Smeej. Shut up with the DJ Smeej.
Oh man.
So yeah, so that's kind of and so, but so I used to go to these day parties. So I like these day parties, and we'd get out. I'd skip school, and I would go to these day parties, and that's what happened. And I was in the sea of people, and I looked up. I'm like, oh my god, this guy is just. To me, it was godlike, because he was controlling everything, and he'd tell people what to do, and they're like listening. I'm like, oh my god. He told you to put your hands up, and you put your hands up. Gosh darn it, that is control, right? So I was like,
for real.
So yeah, so I came home, and I said to my brother, I said, "Yo," he's like, "We're gonna be DJs." He's like, "What?" I said, "We're gonna be DJs," because his birthday was 2 days coming. He's like, "You're gonna get a mixer for your birthday." He's like, "What the fuck is a mixer?" No, he's like, I want pads. I want goalie pads. I'm like, "No, man, you're gonna get a mixer." He's like, "No, I'm not." I'm like, "Mom, he wants a mixer." So we got a mixer. He was so pissed off at me that he got a mix. He literally got this wood ass mixer, and I was like, "Yeah." So I want you to imagine this. I got the mixer for my brother's birthday, and he's pissed, and he's like, "What the fuck?"
The mixer for my brother's birthday.
Yeah, literally. I was that young brat. So I got the mixer sitting there. So imagine the mixer. So imagine having a car with no engine. So you have a fucking mixer. There's no turntables and nothing. So I'm just sitting there, and he's like, "What do we do?" I'm like, he's like, what do we do with the mixer? I'm like, I don't know, but doesn't it look cool? Like just put it on knobs. And it sat there for like, he's like, "You bastard!" And it sat there for like, I think about 5 months until my mom. We went to I think we were in Buffalo somewhere, and I'm like, "You have to buy me turntables." So we went to Buffalo, and we bought like turntables, and then I came home. And I was like, "We got it, dude, you and me." And I said, "We're going to be called Brotherhood Productions." He's like, "What?" And my brother is like, I love him to death, but there's books. That's my brother. And like, he's Mr. Accountant. I'm like music. So we're two extremes.
Right.
So him, like, there's no point to this man ever. Just the fact that I put Brotherhood. He was like so pissed off. So I brought these turntables, connected it to the mixer. And I was like, "All right, ready to go." I was missing one key ingredient, gentlemen. Vinyl. I didn't know what the fuck. I was like, "Oh, I forgot vinyl."
Jeez.
So I went and got some vinyl, and then we figured it out. And then I realized, now I don't know if people know this, but on turntables, you need something to change the speed of the track.
Right.
But these turntables are just belt driven, so there's nothing to change the speed. So I
Right.
figured the speed change was 33 and 45.
Ah.
So I tried to mix for fucking about a month with 33 and 45. Like, oh,
45.
shit, okay, slow, and then
Mm.
then I learned to push it, slow it down, and then I called. I don't know if you guys know him. Do you know Daryl Alizé?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Alizé, great DJ. He was back in the day. He was kind of right. I think he used to go by Blinky D.
Blinky D. Yeah, that's right.
Blinky D. So then he's like, yeah, dude, you need some pitch control turntables. I'm like, what are those? And he's like, well, that's how you're going to learn to mix. So then in the meantime, what I did is I literally then I said, okay, fine. So then I would just take one turntable, and then I would take a tape deck, and I would try and match. Like, that's all I would do. And it was so bad. But as soon as I got it on, you know, like when you're young and, you know, we were trying to watch porn, but it was scrambled TV, and you get that one split second, and you're like, oh, I saw the boob, right?
Yes,
that's how
yes.
that's how it happened to me. I listened, I got the mix on, and all of a sudden I was like, yes, but it was gone in 3 seconds. I'm not a pervert, by the way.
What an analogy.
Yeah. There we
No,
go.
that's good. No, that's
What an analogy.
Yeah, you're like, when you're watching, come on.
Man's saw the boob
For a second.
and 30 years later.
Yeah, I said, you still love boobs 30 years later. Nothing's changed.
30 years later, now it's all boobs. Clear as day, HD.
Oh, shit. Yeah, my brother. Yeah, so yeah, he got a really nice 50D. He got a great 50D. My brother got a great present today, so I think I made up for it today. He got some good stuff for his 50th birthday.
Okay, you got him speakers.
Oh no. Yeah,
Now
from
I
a
can hear
band
the
in the
music.
streets. I went to the mall around the area, and there's some guy was selling speakers. I'm like, perfect. Brad, I got you some speakers. There you go. And an iPad. I don't know if there's an iPad in there, but he said there was. He promised me there was an iPad in that
Oh
box.
man.
So that's what it was. So yeah, that's how you saw me, you didn't say hi. Why wouldn't you say hi? What do you mean too shy? Sorry, I'm just reading what Denise said here. That's just you gotta say hi. That's weird.
Yeah, he might not talk to you after you say hi. But you should
Yeah,
at least
now
say hi.
I'm totally not talking to you. But oh, it's Denise. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. No, you have to say hi. That's the best part. That's the best part of Twitch. Twitch is hard when you're sitting here on the other end and you're looking at a camera going, yeah, get hype. Oh shit. Oh, you put your hands up. Oh, and it's really just you and your fucking dog. My dog sitting to me, and I'm looking at him, and he's like, "What the fuck, dude? When are you gonna give me a treat? Like, can we stop this shit? There's nobody here."
It's different, right? Like,
Yeah, it's different.
Well, like for you, like I can't imagine. So what brought you to Twitch in the first place? Outside of it's the pandemic, what made you want to jump on?
Bro,
Twitch?
I mean, listen, let's not beat the bush here. Like, that was it. Pandemic. There's no way in hell I would give this streaming thing a chance if it wasn't for a pandemic. Honestly, I would not have. I have no interest, no desire. That's the truth. There's nothing hiding.
Yeah.
Like it's like I was never interested. You know, I've done a lot of stuff. I've DJed a lot of things, so it was an interesting. But when I did it, it was cool. It was very. Then it became like I treat as soon as I get involved in something, I look at the qualities of it. This for Twitch for real. I really was convinced the pandemic was 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I was absolutely convinced.
Wasn't everybody?
Yeah, fuck. I was like, okay, I'll do this. Yeah, cool. Fun. Like, you know, let's do. And when you're on Twitch, I mean, guys, I was doing half-an-hour shows on Twitch, and you barely. It takes 45 minutes to get people to watch you. So imagine doing half-an-hour shows, right?
Right.
But see, I was under the impression, and I've said this before. I was under the impression that I have a lot of social media clout in different countries, in different parts of the world because of you know some of the stuff I've done. So not just Canada, but all over the world. So I figured, you know what, I get just a smidgen of them here or there. I'll do okay. And it didn't happen because I didn't realize that Twitch didn't really play a factor in those regions, in those areas, right? So it was. So I learned, and then I was like, oh shit, I got to treat this like you know, if I'm gonna now the pandemic is going on, I need to treat this like a job and figure it out. So that's it, man.
Like you're new on the job.
Yeah, literally, I was like, you know, it's kind of like someone put, and you put me in a corner. I'm gonna find my way out, right? So and that's kind of what I did. So I was very I know my graphics, I know my animation, I know my all that stuff. So I was very cutting, trying to be cutting edge with it at the time, and just meeting new people, right? And getting to know people and getting to vibe with people, and that's the thing. That was the difference, and that's what I think I liked. I like the connection you have with people,
Yeah.
and it's a different connection for me. I mean, I told you guys, I can talk shit for days, right? I can just talk and talk and talk and that's it. So sometimes this is a good spot, and I would love to do what you guys are doing, but I spend so much time DJing. Sometimes I just want to stop the music and be like, so, how's your day going? What you doing?
Right.
Who's watching this? That's what I'd like to do sometimes. But then people are like, shut up, man, play the music.
So let me ask you this: just by you saying you would love to do what we're doing, but you spend so much time DJing, is that not kind of similar to before the pandemic, Twitch existed, but you said you'd never consider it because you're probably spending so much time doing what you're already doing.
Yeah, but see, but remember, Twitch for me became a means to an end. It was like, see, as soon as I got on Twitch, and I don't know, I was talking about this with Chico a while ago. I was doing raid trains and getting sponsorship and giving away stuff on Twitch from day one. Right. So I always thought, like, when I figured it out, when I figured out what I had to do, and then the pandemic was not a 2 to 3 week thing, and that DJs were pretty much the bottom of the barrel. Thanks, by the way. They're letting us know that we were not needed. So, I do run other business and other things, so that kind of helped me stay afloat. But that's it. It is the money side. I said, okay, how can I make this effective? How can I make this grow for myself, for my company, 808 Entertainment? And that's why I did it. Other than that, like, it's a lot of hard work. I think it's a lot of hard work. It's and some people don't see the work. No one sees the work behind the scenes. Like, someone will see a scene or something like this, and they'll be like, "Oh, okay, cool, whatever." There's some work put into this stuff. Like, I can flip things and do things. They don't get it. Like, just seeing the product, right? And you guys, you guys doing what you're doing, that's it. And so sometimes it gets very frustrating. It's like you're building sandcastles. Like, literally what Twitch felt like for me for a long time. You're building sandcastles, but then I think a lot of I think it helped the fact that I was more creative on. I think it did help my channel. It helped me grow, and I connected with a lot of other people and a lot of other DJs, and here we are, gentlemen, talking to you guys. Pizza in the break room.
Here we are.
Hold on, I just need to. Jenny Hype, August 18th, Black Street. Genuine. Do you know I did Genuine's first show here in BOK? There's a show, Genuine. We all know who Genuine is, right? So, I was doing a show of an event called Rec Shop Radio on a Friday, and
Friday night,
and there was a real
DJ Channel 9.
Yeah, you go. There's a real
Kahn, Daryl Dark,
and a real sexy girl came in, and she's like, "I have a good friend of mine, and he's really cute, and he's got a song, and he wants to sing, and blah 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 blah." And she's like, "What's his name?" She's like, "His name is Genuine." I was like, "That's a cool name." And then Daryl's like, "Bro, bring him in next week." And then we actually ended up doing a show with him and stuff like that. So it was very cool. When she said Genuine there.
It's weird. How did that? What are you talking about?
You're just there. He
can sing, man, and his stuff was great, because people back then, remember, it was hard to get on radio back then, right? It was a completely different beast back then, right? Radio, right? So his clique was trying to get on because he wanted to get played on BLK. So us giving the chance on playing it on BLK led to him getting played eventually down the road and getting him signed. Well, we weren't the cause of that. His talent was the cause.
Right. So at that point, you're saying he was probably like traveling, like.
No, he was trying to get signed. He was just hustling it. He was just hustling he's like hustling like us on Twitch. Like, hey, listen to me. Hey, look at me. Look what I can do. Woohoo! Right. That's what he was doing. Right. And he had a couple of songs. He did have a song out. Forget the song now. I can't think about it. And then he eventually got signed and went on to do bigger and better things. And I was still on Rec Shop Radio. Yee-hoo!
DJ Paulie Lopez, what up?
Ooh, there's another legend.
Big legend. DH Lady, IQ Remix. Welcome in, everybody. Indy, OB22. Thank you for being here.
He's there. There's some good DJs. There's some great DJs in here. See, that's another thing. That's what I like about Twitch too. You've got, like, there's guys in here that you wouldn't normally connect with. I mean, obviously I've worked with a lot of these guys, but you know, you get to chit chat with them on a regular basis when they come on and they do their thing. It's cool.
It's true, because I found, like, I don't know, I used to go out, I used to hit the clubs, you know, stuff like that, have some fun, but at the end of the day, I figured I was just always around the same DJs, and now meeting all these folks through Twitch, it's like, oh damn, that's right, because Toronto's a big place, right?
Yeah,
You can be here doing your thing, being just successful and fine, and somebody's over here doing exactly the same thing, kind of technically, right?
Yep.
So it's that about Twitch is fascinating, meeting people and understanding, like Paulie Lopez. Like, I heard of Paulie Lopez. No, I've met Paulie Lopez. I'm like, I met Paulie Lopez, man. I'm good. There we go. I've done something special in my life. There you go.
Yeah. So see, that's the thing. So that's, you know, so when I see some of these names and you've grown up with them and you're like, yeah, for me, meeting Paulie Lopez was a big deal. It still is. A lot of these DJs, I said, like, you get a chance to meet a lot of great guys, and you along the way, you keep some, you leave some, and the rest, you know, it goes up in smoke sometimes.
So speaking of all these great DJs that we have on Twitch and in our city, you go back a long time. When you first started, who did you look to as like a mentor, or someone that you idolized, or someone that you kind of wanted to maybe mimic your style before you got your own style?
You know what? The only person I looked up to was Sean Sachs.
Sean Sachs was a bad boy.
Yeah. Sean's, like, to me, Sean was the reason I could DJ. I mean, I DJ'd. You know, it's like an artist trying to find what kind of sound they are. You know what I mean? You're experimenting. So I DJ'd, and I DJ'd a lot of stuff, and but I don't know if I ever had a sound. I just played, and I let off high energy stuff. I'm always about high energy, and I was always about playing hit, or just sampling things, but I didn't know how to really understand the art form.
Right.
So when you know, I met Sean, he helped me kind of focus. He taught me lots of tricks and things to help with checking vinyl, queuing vinyl, mixing vinyl, mixing on the fly, quick mixing. So we learned a lot. So I mean, to be honest, I mean, I love a lot of DJs. I met a lot of DJs. I can tell you my favorite DJ, you know, is Sean Sachs. One of my favorite guys is DJ AM, is another guy. But yeah, that's what it is. And Toronto has a lot of amazing DJs. So along the lines of met a lot of guys that I really, really like. So, you know, there's a lot of, like, I really admire Max B from SoundQuest. Love him. Like, one of my favorites. Channel 9, fantastic DJ. Grouch, another amazing DJ for me, right? Just love him. Ritz, another fantastic DJ for me. So, I mean, like I said, it's not about leaving out people. It's that there's things I admire about the way they talent, the way they do stuff, and the way they DJ. And it's like, you know, Paulie's great. There's a ton. There's so many DJs, right? There's so many great DJs. And I've said this before. I mean, I've been lucky enough to travel the world, meet a lot of DJs, play with a lot of DJs. Ain't nobody doing it like the DJs in Toronto. And I will go anywhere in the world, and I'll go to New York where some of them think they can DJ, and some of them are just Lord stop. But you know what I mean? It is what it is. So that's kind of, I'll stand by that.
I think I'm biased, but I think the same thing, man. There's like you can go anywhere and you're gonna find a good DJ. And like I said, now learning more people, you can really see the difference and the different levels, right? There's like so many, there's a good amount at such a high level that you can really enjoy yourself no matter where you go. But
see what you just said, a good amount at a high level. And that's the thing, right? So, and the thing with DJing, and I think people, when I say this, I like, it's the cliche, you know, it's like you get better with age. You understand more, you understand the crowd more, you understand genres of music, you understand the spectrum of what you play. Like I've said this from day one, like, I'm not the most talented DJ by far. I'm not even close to it. But I feel I can read a room or read a crowd better than anybody. That's just how. That's where I believe my strengths are. Now, someone will say, "Hell no, your strengths aren't there either." But that's a matter of opinion. But that's you know, that's what I feel I bring to the table. And now when I play, and years later when I do it, you know, you learn a lot. So when I meet young DJs and some DJs do their thing, sometimes I'm like, what the are you doing, right? But I don't even get into it sometimes. They just, you know, they're going to be themselves, and hopefully they'll find their way and do what they do.
Well, I find anybody can be a DJ now with respect, right? Because you know, back in the day, you had to like go to the record store, get the record to be able to drop the record at the big club, you know, at 1 a.m. or whatever it is. Like you had to actually have it. Now you have access to everything, and I can, you know, put some turntables on my iPhone, I think, if I really wanted to, and say that I'm a DJ, right? So that's where I see the difference in people, like even folks that play vinyl just in general, right? Oh, look at that. Oh, what do we got there? That's, yeah, there you go. See,
there's some Michelle.
we
Look
live
at
in
that.
the Matrix.
Old soca. So yeah, you know, that's what it was. I mean, that's what it was back in the day. You would get the vinyl, you'd be out there to break it and put it out there, and it was an art form. And it still is an art form, right? Just because you can call yourself a DJ doesn't make you a DJ. And I'm not trying to be insulting to anybody, but there's an art form to it. And like I said, I'll watch people, and I don't care if you use the sync button. I don't care what you do or don't do. But like I said, there's an element of style. There's an element I listen to. Like I don't mix based on, like, I've watched a lot of people learn to DJ based on like lines. Like they focus on like a line. I hear things. I never look at my, like, it's non-factor to me, just because I've just trained my ear that much, right? I mean, when I opened up a DJ school with 2 other guys and went through the whole spectrum. I've just done a lot of shit sometimes when I think about it. Let's not even get into that one. That's another one.
No, but I believe that Toronto does have like some of the best DJs in the world, and I think it all boils down to the diversity and just the melting pot of who we are, not only as Canada, but just like I feel like even Toronto, just even like to the microcosm of the diversity that we have here is reflective in the artists, but on most forms.
But
right?
you know how hard it was to break that stereotype here. That was like you guys know, like going into nightclubs back in the day, they're like, "Oh, you're Indian, get the fuck out of here. Oh, you're black, we don't want you." It was just straight European. And like, listen, I'm not here to complain or cry or bitch or any of that stuff. I'm saying it was a fucking tough journey. It was a tough ass journey. So we had to break. Just think about all the areas we had to break to get hip hop to be played on fucking radio, for God's sake. Right. To be known. So that, and people don't know that part, right? So when some of these guys just walk into a club now and they do their stuff, like there's a lot of foundation. I don't give a shit if you give me any credit. I'm not looking for that, but I'm saying understand. There's a lot of shit that we had to go through. Like, and you don't care, and I get it, but it's not about showing appreciation. I could care less if someone says, "Oh yeah, this guy laid the paper." I'm just saying, like, listen, we're not in a club. This is not. We're in the golden eras of club. Like there was was like, if you like. The golden era was the 90s and 2000s, where there's clubs everywhere and there's money being made everywhere. I fucking felt I was like Al Pacino, just fucking, oh yeah, but it wasn't cocaine, it was cash, right? So, so you go through that. You're like, say hello to my little friend. So that was kind of the vibe. Like we were in that golden era. Now, clubs exist on a fucking phone. You can talk to a chick from Brazil from a big booty, and you're like, okay, I'm good for Friday night now. You're talking to her and blah blah blah, and that's it. Like that's how we met people back in the day. That's how we went out, right? And it sounds like that old fart saying it. That's how we did it back in the day. We traveled like 20 miles to go to school, but that's how it was. So,
but it's true, right?
Yeah, it is true. No one gives a shit, but it's true, right? I can tell you a million stories about a million club owners that were it was hellish to deal with. It was a pain in the ass to deal with. Where I was like, sometimes you're like it was just atrocious. Like you just get to the point where you're like, fuck, for the love of God. Like you had club owners who are like, no events with Bubba Kahn brings Indian people, no events with Baby Blue Sound Crew. I did a party with Ghetto Concept back in the day. Now,
what were you thinking?
You didn't.
So I did a party with Ghetto Sound back in the day. And did we lose him?
A little bit.
He really doesn't like Ghetto Concept. He's like, yeah.
We can't see you, yo.
Yeah. So we did and then the funniest thing was at the front door of the club, there was a gun check. And for me, I was like, I'm like, what's in the box? What's in the metal thing? They're like, it's a gun check. I'm like, oh, okay, great. Let's go inside and party, right? But it was, I guess, I don't know. I mean, we grew up differently, right? I grew up differently. So I think when it comes to my son is actually looking at me like, what do you want? For the love of God, what do you want? you want me to look? If you ask me something stupid, I swear to God, I'm going to bring you on this right now.
He's like, I sent you a message. You didn't see it.
He asked me.
Uh-oh.
Do you want anything from McDonald's? You're a sweetheart. Yes, I do.
That's a good question.
I'm just saying this right now.
There, he gets the slow cat. Gets the slow cat.
I had Indian food, chocolate cake. Now you're giving me McDonald's. This show is now officially over, gentlemen. I am out of here.
Don't worry, you're gonna do the cleanse, man. Don't worry, we're good.
Oh, fuck. The cleanse. What did you say now? Yes, I want a combo. Can you stop? Anyways, sorry. Yeah, he keeps looking at me like this. I'm like, what, man?
He's like, I know you told me not to talk.
Yeah,
I know you told me you're like on some show.
They never that's just the kids. They never come to you when you're free, but when you're busy, they're like, hey, I know you're DJing and paying the bills and doing everything right now, but I just need to ask you a question. Is tomorrow going to be hot outside? What do you think I should do? Out of here.
Is tomorrow gonna be hot?
just pretty much. Yeah, that's exactly what should happen.
Can I wear my shorts?
Love Bunny juice cleanses and fries. Ooh. I don't know about that one.
That sounds
a
little
sound too healthy, but that's good. Life with kids. You're right, Jenny Hype. Life with kids. It's I wouldn't trade it for the world.
I mean, I got old kids now, so
my kids are older too. Well, I don't know how old your kids are, but mine. This genius sitting in front of me is 17. So
I got 24 and 22.
Oh, okay, yeah. Mine's 17 and he's 17 going on 6. My daughter is 20 and going on 50. Yeah, so she's one of those. So
anyway, how old did you say your daughter is?
She's 20 years old. Yeah, 20. She just turned 20, so she's 20 going on 50.
Okay, you got big people.
Yeah. So big people where they're like, you need to do this and do that. I'm like, what? The other day, the best part is I think it was my daughter. She's like, I'm like, yeah. She's like, Dad, yeah. She's like, you took the car. I'm like, yeah. I took a car. She's like, well, I drive it all the time. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, can you give me some gas money? and I was like, sorry, what? She's like, yeah, gas money. I'm like, you want gas money? So you want me to give you gas money? She's like, yeah, just because you took the car. I'm okay. Now I can't say what I said to her because it would be. But
actually, you could.
Yeah, I could. I technically could, but my wife wasn't around when I said it, so she probably.
You don't want any evidence.
If I ask my shit. Yeah. It's a
different world.
The best. They're the best. This is see, Mr. Ronci, this is a family show. This is a family.
She knows better. Than that.
Yeah, there you go. Supersize. I don't want to supersize those fries, by the way. Just get me regular fries. Yeah, he's like that. Anyway, sorry guys, I can get off topic real quick. So
off topic.
No worries, man. Sidebar, all good.
Yeah.
All
so
good.
like right now, looking at those donuts on the screen are getting me real hungry. I'm like, yeah. I think I'm addicted to, you know what? Maybe I'm addicted to sugar. I'm not gonna lie. Like that, I have a bad habit. Like if I could inject sugar into me, I would do it. I would like take a needle and be like.
That's the majority of us, though, no?
Nah, you like see, listen, like the problem is as soon as you get to a certain age, that sugar just like it stays on you. Like I could always like stay like it just stays on you. Like I have a donut and like I have 2 donuts and then all of a sudden my boob drops a little bit more because I have 2 donuts. Then I have to cleanse for fucking 3 weeks because of that. But yeah, it is what it is, man.
What's the go-to donut for
the go-to donut? The go-to donut is just a simple chocolate glazed. I'm not a fussy dude. Like I'm not a fussy guy, right? But now they have donuts where you can, you have have a tandoori flame butter chicken bacon sausage.
I said tandoori.
Yeah. Donut. Tried at the C&E. It's only $65.
Yeah, true story.
Just give me a chocolate glazed donut and shut up. That's it. Just give me a chocolate glaze.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, keep it simple, man. See, Love Bunny knows what's up. She likes chocolate glaze. That's it.
Give me a Dutchie. Give me a Dutchie.
Yes.
I'm good. Give me a Dutchie.
That's it, man. I'm simple, man. Like, listen, I'm not fussy. I'm not a fussy guy. I'm particular when it comes to DJing and my business, and shoes. But other than that, I'm pretty much.
What's this about shoes here? What's this
Oh,
about?
I have a like, yeah, I have a sick, like, I just buy kicks all, like, kicks are my life. I could never get kicks. So when I went to, so my parents, you know, obviously, came to the country, immigrants, and then we moved. We were in, I think it was Rexdale, Scarborough, and then we moved to Markham. And you know, they tried hard. They worked. I give them benefit. Like the typical immigrant story, they worked their asses off, 3, 4, 5, 6 jobs.
Yeah.
And you know, made a better life for us, and you know, I appreciate that to the ends. But you know, I couldn't get certain things like Air Jordans. I could never get. So 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 when I got a little older, okay, so not when I got a little older, when I started making a little money, the first thing I went to was buying shoes. So I have a pretty massive collection of shoes. Yeah, pretty massive. Yeah.
So
I'm that guy.
what's your favorite one?
You got like a room, a wall, a cabinet. What do we got? How do we describe the area where the shoes are?
How would you think we got? Get out of here, dude. Yeah, no, I'd probably have. It would be a 2 closets full. 2 closets full of like, but certain like, but exclusive kicks, not just the regular ones, right? But to be honest, they sit in boxes. They just sit in boxes. So like, I don't even. Here, can you go get my unions right now? Right over there. Like just sit over there. Yeah, that's it. Go get my unions. Hurry up.
You know.
Go on, boy. You know what unions are?
He's just like,
they're on the right here. No, look, no. They're in a box. Yeah, see, this is
going
to turn into a freaking 20-minute ordeal.
He probably wore them and scuffed them, so he doesn't want to show you.
No.
Like, what are you talking about unions? I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he tried. He does that. So we're pretty much the same size foot. He's growing a little. His feet is growing a little bit more. So like these are unions right here.
DJ Rammy, what up? Well, here come the unions.
So
here comes the unboxing.
The exclusive box here. This is nice. And then we have
was that the singing from the box, or that was the singing from you, Fitz?
You see, look how bright that is. It's like, what's it called? Like Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. Just listen to it. Listen to it, gentlemen. See, this is Michael Jordan on this paper. Just so you know, right here. This is MJ. He's sitting on the paper. These are really nice. Never been worn, but they sit here. Look at this. Look at this bad boy. No, that's not the end. That's not what I wanted. I wanted no.
Those are what, 4s?
Yes.
3s?
Yes. 4s. These are very rare pair. Well, not super rare.
Explain the union 4s.
You know what? It's the style of the shoe. It's the see the color coding, all this. It's kind of I guess it was. There's another pair I wanted. These ones were about, what were these? These were about $2,000. But I didn't pay $2,000, but they're up there. I paid a little less than that, but these are ones I just kind of recently.
I paid a little less than $2,000.
No idea. Yeah, I wouldn't be at. The most expensive one I have is probably the UNCs. Yeah, they're about $4,000 or $5,000. The off-white earring. So, but I have a lot. I have a lot of shoes, but I collect. I don't wear. He tries to wear. Yeah, you try to wear. He thinks he's gonna wear something, but no. No. Yeah, he will.
You don't know what's going on.
Yeah, he has no. Here you go, son.
You don't know what's happening with those shoes when you're not there.
Oh, you think I don't know what's happening with my shoes when I'm not there? You don't think I know? Come on now.
He's got the beep beep.
Yeah, I know.
He's getting he's getting notifications. Yeah,
I know. I can tell.
Air tagged.
Yeah,
everyone of them are air tagged.
Yeah, there you. I know exactly what's going on. Yeah, exactly what's going on. You know what, Lovebuddy? I'm gonna. I do wear these. I have these moments where I'm like, I'm gonna put these shoes on today, and then I put them on, and then I walk around.
And then he just sits in the living room.
Yeah, I just sit in the living room. And then I'm thinking to myself, see, that's the part that annoys me sometimes, because I'll be wearing these, and I if you're a sneakerhead, someone should be like, yo, those kicks. But then I'm walking around Markham, and people are just like, hey, let's go to the hockey game. Let's go get a pizza. They have no clue. They're like, oh, what's going on at Timmy's today? You know what I mean? It's just, so it's just not the right. My son, he's learned to appreciate shoes and obviously music because of his dad. So that's the one good thing I can say, that he really understands his music, because I've forced him to listen to everything.
I got a client that comes every Saturday morning at 9:00, and every Saturday morning he comes with another banger. Like
Yeah.
he's a shoe guy, and
Yeah, there you go.
every
See?
Saturday morning, like he
So
comes
that's
and I
what,
take pictures, and I'm like, yo,
yeah. Yeah, that's listen. I can do that. Just I have my moments. But sometimes I just like to collect. There's so much vinyl around me. You're not even seeing it. Like, and I'm a nerd. Like I like gents. Like this I'm nerd central. Okay, so like just don't get it twisted. I'm not that you did get it twisted, but like I'm a full-fledged nerd.
Just want
Yeah.
you guys to know.
Yeah, don't get it twisted. Like, can you give me my like I have shit for days, guys. We can do fuck it. Let's just do show and tell. Huh? Give me that.
All right, here we go.
let's
What we
just do
got here?
show
What
and
we
tell.
got here? This
Here.
is something on the
I'm
mantle.
gonna show you a couple of rare.
I'm going full screen for this
Do
shit.
not
Let's
just
see
give
what
it
we
to
got
me this
here.
side.
Indio B, what up with you? DJ
He's like-
Elegance, what up with you?
he
DJ
can't-
Rami, what up
So
with you?
can you give me my MJ,
IQ.
please?
Oh,
My MJ. Right. This is Rocky
that's
Balboa.
Rocky?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a pretty cool one. Hold on. Can you give me mine there,
Uh-oh,
gentlemen?
it's clash,
Yeah.
clash.
Hold on. I don't get to do this. No one. This one's extremely rare that a lot of people want this one, but it's never going to be given out because it's extremely rare. It's a DJ Bubba Kahn Funko Pop. Okay. So this is
Uh-oh.
yeah. This is the rare one that everybody's around the world really wants.
I feel like now I'm motivated to make my
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. There you go. I have the most exclusive one I have is sitting somewhere. I don't know where it is. No, it's actually that's it. You know what? It's funny because I got into this because there's a here. This is the most exclusive Funko Pops I have, and these ones are very, 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 very expensive. All right, so I want you to.
Don't worry, everybody. These are only the $5 ones over here, guys. These are the $5
Give me the other one.
These aren't the very, very expensive.
All right, so I have the other one. The other one that I have. My son is getting rid of all this. I have so many things around here. If I show.
Yeah, which one you want? Which one you want? What do you want to show? You want to show him this one, Dad? You want to show him this one?
Listen, this is exciting to me. Oh shit, son! Why are you breaking things?
Man down. We got a man.
All right, go. Friends, Ross and Rachel. Super, super, super expensive. First limited edition. They came out a long time ago when they first brought them out, and that's the trick to these things. So it's a limited edition. So when
Rachel.
So Rachel and Ross when they first came out. So these are very, very, very expensive. Sorry. Yes, and then then they bring out different versions of them later on. But yeah, like I'm a nerd. I'll be like,
So what was your first Funko Pop?
What? Oh, I was gonna play while we're on TV. Ross, we were on a break, Rachel. We were on a break. No, we weren't, Ross. No, we weren't. Yes, we were.
Shit.
Oh, shit. We were on a break.
I feel you, man. I feel
No,
you,
do Rocky. Do Rocky.
Okay, hold on. Adrian. Adrian. I love you, Adrian.
Oh,
shit.
wow.
Yeah, see, I told you.
I told you.
I'm that dude.
I told Fitz we're not going to ask any of the things that we have on this list here. We're on fucking Ross and Rachel Funko Pops.
I'll do it. Hold on. Hold on for 2 seconds. All right, here we're gonna look at this. Here, you guys are gonna appreciate this. Push it, salt and pepper.
Oh my!
I'm going to tell you a story about salt and pepper. So I was doing a show. Spinderella was coming down, and I have a crush on Spinderella. I think she's super hot. So I was just like, "Yo, Spinderella's coming." Boom. I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to meet her. I'm going to DJ with her. I'm going to put on my best." I don't know what it was. I don't know what kind of shirt I was wearing at the time. Gonna put on some high karate. You know the high, clone of the high karate.
Early 90s.
Put it on, and then all of a sudden, Spinderella shows up, and I'm like, that's not Spinderella. Like Daryl's like, Bubba, it's Spinderella. I'm like, No, that's not Spinderella. My Spinderella is like hot. And he's like, Bubba, stop being an idiot. That's that Spinderella. And he's like, that's Spinderella. It's the original Spinderella. I didn't know there was an original Spinderella at the time.
Oh,
Did you guys know that? I didn't know that.
no.
And I can tell you the reason they got rid of the original Spinderella.
Tell us.
You
Yes,
can,
please.
well, you can imagine because she just doesn't look good as the new one, right? But so when I saw her, I was just like, heartbroken. You know, so I just it wasn't the same. So that was, I was scarred because I thought I was going to meet her and I was so excited to meet her. And like,
So you didn't get your money back? Like, what was going on?
I was DJing the event. I was a DJ. So I was just like, yeah. So I just kind of admired her from a distance.
This man got catfished while he was DJing.
Yeah,
Jeez.
pretty much. Yeah.
Today years old, elegance. Today
Yeah.
years old.
Yeah. So I didn't know that. So I didn't know that. Did anybody know? Yeah. See there. Oh yeah. I didn't know there's an original Spinderella. There you go.
Wow.
And you know who was on the bill that day as well?
Who?
Biz Marquis.
Make the
Oh, damn.
music. Make the music with the mouthpiece.
It's like you're a rapper guy.
Yeah. So I was with Biz Marquis, and that was cool. So that was very cool. But yeah. So Biz was, Biz was cool, but Spinderella was not. So anyways, hence why I don't have the Spinderella, because they don't have a Spinderella. I've been looking for Spinderella.
Mm.
So, yeah.
Maybe
okay,
it's a
he was-
battle between the old one and the new one for
Yeah, I don't know.
rights.
But yeah, I don't know.
Which
I
one
would
they
love-
use?
It's
Yeah,
in court.
I was gonna find you. My son left because he's like, "Why you got me doing so?"
He's
much
like,
work here?"
enough. He's like,
Yeah,
you
he's
told me
like-
to leave. He's like, you told me to leave you alone, man.
Yeah, no,
Like,
he's
he's-
like- yeah. We can do sound effects later if we get really bored. I'll just get some other ones and
Do you
start doing-
want McDonald's or not?
Yeah, he's.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
like,
he's upstairs eating it.
he's-
I shouldn't. I honestly shouldn't eat the McDonald's. If you think I should eat the McDonald's, put a 1 up in the chat. If you think
There
I
you
shouldn't,
go.
put a 2 up in the chat. Because I'm just saying I don't think I should do it. I'm leaning towards. So 1 is, what did I say? 1 is do it. Yes.
Yeah,
1 is
one's
just
do
eat it. 2 is don't do it. So I'm leaning towards a 1, but 1 definitely 1.
Mm.
1 life
We
is
got-
short. Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
We got definitely a 1. Like it's it's
Elegance. Come on,
elegance.
man.
elegance is on the other shoulder.
You know what we're gonna do with elegance right now? Hey, get the hell off my shoulder. Get off here, elegance. No one wants to talk to you. Get off. Get off.
One if you
Mrs.
got
Ronci, Mrs.
big
Ronci, I
up.
love you, but you're a Habs fan, so your opinion does not count.
Mhm.
All right, so we're just gonna have
It
to.
almost flips, right?
Yeah,
it,
it
al-
flips.
it almost just goes the other way.
Yeah, 2 can die. Miss everyone. Rotten Ronnies. Yeah, shit. Well, I've already had a lot of Indian food today. I love Indian food, but yeah. So I'm already rotten in the insides right now.
Let me. Do you watch television at all? You watch,
Yes, I watch TV.
What are you watching right now?
I got to be honest right now. There's not a lot of. Okay, can I just say this?
You
There's
can
a
say
lot of
whatever you want, man.
stupid ass shows on TV, and every time I'm Twitch, people are talking about Love Is Blind.
No.
What is this? Someone watch.
No.
What's that stupid ass shit? 90 Day Fiance. Now listen, I worked in
Shayla
TV.
Soul is all about 90 Day Fiance. I can't.
Yeah,
That's one thing Shay and I disagree on.
Yeah, go Habs, go, Miss Ronci. I love you. But like I'll tell you this right now. Like I am like when it comes to TV and stuff like that, like those shows, like I worked on TV, so I don't know if you guys see when I tell people I worked on TV and I tell people the name, they're like, who, what, where, when. But do you guys remember Camilla Scott, the talk show personality?
Camilla Scott.
Yeah, she
Why do
was
I-
on-
Didn't she just become the queen?
no, not that.
No, yeah, no, no, not her show.
You just fucking made my day.
No, okay.
Oh,
Wow, yo, that's side chick goals right there, right?
chick
We were
goals.
sitting through those.
Camilla Scott had a talk show. And do you remember what's her name? Oh fuck, what was her name?
Oh, Camilla Scott, yes,
Do you remember
yes.
Camilla Scott? See, come on,
Yes.
guys. This, the
I'm like,
CTV
I gotta see
in
her face
Scarborough
right now.
CTV building. You know it's still there, McCowan, right by Scarborough Town Center.
The Channel
Yeah,
9.
by the
Channel 9
Channel
Street?
9.
Channel 9. There you go, Channel 9. So I used to work on TV. So all this, I was the marketing coordinator and I was doing stuff there. And we used to bring people people on, and there's so many things were fixed. And I learned a lot about TV in 3 years because I was working on different shows and stuff like that, and everything is fucking fixed on those shows. So when they say, oh, it's reality TV, shut the fuck up. It is not reality TV. Just shut up. Stop your nonsense. You like it, that's great. The only reality TV out there is sports. I don't want to talk about anything. That's the only reality thing out there is sports. And I'm not saying it's the best thing, but it's real. That's what's really happening, right? Love is Blind, and like Jessica meeting, I don't know, Patrick, and Patrick meeting Jessica, and then all of a sudden they love each other and then they hate each other, and then because someone ate a pineapple the wrong way, and they're like, oh no, I don't like how he ate a pineapple, and no, he's not for me, or something like that. But yeah, that shit can't stand. And 90 Day Fiance, what kind of nonsense is this, man? All
right, so hang on, everybody. Just to clarify, the question was, what are you watching?
Oh yes, sorry.
This guy's like, fuck TV, man.
Yeah.
Like, fuck this bullshit.
Oh, okay, honestly, right now I ain't watching shit. The last thing I watched. What's the last fucking show I watched?
Everybody in the chat, put in the chat what was the last show that Baba Kahn watched.
Yeah, or what is it?
Wrong answers only.
Yeah. What's it called? Game of Thrones, the new one. That's the last season thing I watched. What was it called again?
That couldn't have been the last thing.
That's exactly what it's called. Game of Thrones, the new one.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
No, I'm telling you, there's no shows on TV right now. I'm drying out like a complete brain fart right now. There's nothing on TV that I'm really watching that I like. I think that's the last show that I watched. Oh, okay. Now I just got back to Mandalorian. I told you I'm a nerd, so I watch all the Mandalorian was great. The Walking Dead. Not The Walking Dead. Fuck. The video game one.
This Is Us? No. What's it called again?
Last of Us. Last of Us. Fan-fucking-tastic. That was it. That's it. There we go. Boom. Back on point. Last of Us. Great television show. Amazing.
Do you play, like, did you watch? I didn't play the video game. I just watched the show. That's all I know is the show. And I thought it was fucking amazing.
Yes. So you didn't play. So I did play the game, right? So I did play the game. The game is fantastic, and it's amazing. So the stories are so well done because I don't know if you there's a couple of episodes. There's I forget which season or episode it was. Remember the two? I think it's the two guys. They fall in love.
Yeah. Episode 4, I believe.
That episode was actually like nothing. It was just a segment in the game where
right?
Yeah, and they made this whole backstory, and it was just so creative and amazing. It's spectacular how it's done.
I thought that because I heard that it was these guys just like popped up for a half second. Maybe you wouldn't, you
wouldn't even think about
the whole thing together. And as they were building the show, they were basically saying, if we're gonna go and do something that's completely away from the game, it's got to be fucking good.
Yeah.
Right. And then so I learned which episodes were really the standalone different episodes, and then to hear somebody that played the game, and seen the show be like, "Yo, that was good," is cool. So
yeah, it is good. So I'm just looking at so DJ Ramy watches the Jeffersons. That's it. House of Dragon, that's what it was called. I'm curious what people are watching in this chat. I'm now that I made fun of
what are y'all watching?
Yeah, what are you guys watching?
What are y'all watching?
What are you guys watching?
So did you not watch Beef on Netflix?
Okay, is it good?
If it's good, it's probably the best thing you watch.
Oh, have you watched Last of Us?
I watched it, yeah.
What do you mean? I watched it. Yeah, if that's your response, then I'm not watching Beef. I am not watching.
The Last of Us was good. The Last of Us was good, but
the way he responded is like,
okay. So The Last of Us was good, but I personally preferred Your Honor.
I've heard a lot of good things about
Your Honor is good. I watched Your Honor. Your Honor is good.
Yeah,
I was about to tell you don't listen to what he said, but Your Honor is good.
Beef is great.
Very good.
Okay, so it was Beef. Okay, so. That's my thing. I start watching a show and then something throws me off, and I'm like, "Fuck this! Is Beef going to keep my attention?"
You're gonna watch the whole thing and forget about Twitch.
Yeah. So I'm done. So So basically, you're telling me my career's over now on Twitch because we're gonna watch, or at least for a week.
It's gonna be worth it. It's gonna.
Okay, you know what? Because you told me, I'm gonna do it. Rami said beef is off. Okay, beef is awesome. Yep. Okay. Your honor is life. Wow. Okay.
Your
Jen,
Honor's really good, man. Your Honor's really,
who's
really
in
good.
your honor?
Michael Cranston, no, Cranston, Bryan Cranston,
Oh, the dude from the drug
Malcolm in the
dude.
Middle.
Oh, that dude. Really?
Mhm.
That's okay.
I mean, yeah, that's where he's
Do you
from.
guys
True
watch
that.
Breaking Bad? Did you guys watch
Yeah,
Breaking Bad?
for sure. Yeah.
I didn't watch Breaking Bad. I haven't watched Breaking Bad.
It will after the second episode. Okay, so Rami's saying if I watch from Breaking Bad. Okay, yeah. So all right, okay, then there we go. I've picked a new show to start watching. I will keep you guys. So I just when I see it, something about it, just I don't know. I just don't have the urge to click on it right now. So, but I'm gonna.
But sometimes you just gotta click. I think that's the thing. Sometimes, man, I'll be looking just through different shit for like an hour, and then now right now I'm watching like 3 or 4, and I'm just like, okay, it's just because I just clicked them and started them. Not that they're all great, but you know, let me just run through it and see what happens.
I think you can spend an evening. So when people saying like, you know, you can say, hey, let's watch a movie, or hey, let's scroll around Netflix for an hour. You can do that, and that can be an evening too. You just go in and find shows for like an hour and a half, and your evening's done. Right? You don't even click on a movie. You just go look around and shit.
Please hold. This question it's not necessarily for Pizza in the Break Room, because we know that the opinions expressed in that box and this box are slightly different. So Couture, do you have a suggestion for the man now? Because he's asking.
Okay, so Kid C says, put it back up, man. Pizza in the Break Room suggests a show for the viewers
that's
who are
what she said.
Pizza in the Break Room suggests a show for the viewers who are visually impaired. So if you are visually impaired and you would like to enjoy a show, you can go on Prime if you're a subscriber to Prime and watch or listen to P Valley.
P Valley?
It's on Crave. Yeah, Crave, right?
It's visually impaired.
Okay, I just want to call it Rami. The reason you're watching Citadel is because you have a crush on Priyanka Chopra, and you're sicko. That's why you're watching.
We do live in the
wild.
Matrix, because I just saw a post on her that I haven't heard about her in forever, and I just saw a post on her today. So I'm just trying
yesterday.
to prove we live in the Matrix.
Yeah,
yesterday.
She's actually you know what here I got a chance to meet her when I was making music. I actually got to hear some of because when we were signed with the label, she was the label mate of us, Priyanka Chopra. So I got to hear some of her first music. God, it was horrible, but she's a very cool person. And you know, her favorite artist is Biggie Smalls.
Yeah, and it's no, now you know.
Yeah, she can she too many accents in Citadel. Oh,
Okay.
get the phone. Get the phone. Too many accents in Citadel. So I don't know, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, Priyanka Chopra is a hottie. Got to meet her in real life. She's a hottie.
So curious. I don't want to jump too much, but as you've been speaking,
you're jumping all over the place.
As you've been speaking, you've been just throwing out folks and people that have crossed your path in your life.
Yeah.
So to me, then that would probably lead me to believe that you're not in awe of folk too often. So in all of this that you've done, who have you interacted, met with, that you are like, yo, I dealt with in some way this person, and what was that all about?
That's a really good question.
I try, man. I'm here on every Tuesday, guys, 9:30 p.m. I put it all into that.
That is a good question. I want to say, who have I met? Yeah, it's. I guess you're right. I mean, I guess in Oz is a different. Okay, let's. Okay. I'll say I was in awe of Jennifer Lopez's booty when I met her. I was like, "Geez, Lord have mercy, put her in."
It's real.
It's real. There's this whole, like, it was real. So I was in awe in that way, but I wasn't like, oh, like talent wise, I wasn't interested. But look wise, I was like, goddamn, girl. And just imagine she was in a room full of fucking DJs. At a record pool thing. Just imagine 30 DJs looking at her and being like, and she's just good for her, because everybody was just like, those eyes. You know the eyes that people put up in the fucking chat. It's like,
Mhm.
take those eyes and get them even wider. That's what was happening. Yeah,
Just another afternoon for her.
yeah. She's just like, yeah, I'm
Mm.
used to this. Yeah. So,
Hey, hi, yeah.
you know, I don't even. That's such a good question. I
I
just
didn't
don't know
shirt for nothing.
what.
I
I love
didn't
John.
shirt for nothing.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't know. It's just I've just met a lot of people, and oh, you know who I got to meet, and I thought it was really cool. He was very it wasn't a long time, but Richard Branson.
Oh,
Yeah, so it was very cool meeting him and his the way he, I guess, the way he did his stuff and the way he talked, and it was very cool meeting him. I only met him for a minute or two. Got the chance. I mean, I work with Vince, you know, at Inside Nightclub. It was cool working with him during his reign. And he was an owner too at the time,
right.
so that was cool. I guess I was in awe because I was a huge fan of, obviously, the Raptors, and I worked with those guys, so that was very cool. Yeah, you know what I mean. You just you know, it's sad that you get numb, but I'm not numb to it. I'm very excited to meet people.
Yeah.
Buster
But
Rhymes.
you're a big deal, man. You're like
Yeah.
you're like a world renowned person.
Yeah, I
so,
mean, but I think sometimes it's not that I mean, it's not that I think it that way. Just because I spent so much time bringing talent down, working with talent, going around and doing stuff. So you meet people and it's very cool. But like, yeah, I can tell you who the fucking biggest dicks were. I can
Let's
tell you that.
go.
Yeah. All right. So we can do that. I can tell you that in a fucking nutshell. Like Lloyd Banks, I can't fucking stand. He's a dumb shit.
Bum,
So
bum,
Lloyd
bum,
Banks-
bum.
yeah, Lloyd Banks can suck it. What's it called? The worst artist I've ever heard perform. Two of them was Sean Kingston. I actually worked with Sean Kingston later and did a song with him, but vocally, when I heard him the first time, I was like, "Fucking Lord, how did this guy get signed?"
Really?
He was horrible, atrocious.
So what was it like? Just auto tune?
Yeah, like if I don't, yeah, it was auto tune, but like yeah, it's just, you know, like me singing it is like I wouldn't hurt your show this bad because everyone would sign off, but it's just, yeah, that's how I felt like it was singing. And he kept, you know, when you're like, yeah, so beautiful, and he's like, yo, turn the mic up, it doesn't sound right. I'm like, motherfucker, it is your voice.
You.
They can't do anything else.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It was his voice. And remember, it's so funny. I can go back. Total, remember Total?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, they could not sing for the life of them.
Really?
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, see, I'm in a situation. Maybe it's where I'm not in a studio because there's a lot of talent that's studio heavy.
Specifics.
Yeah. Remember, you can be like there's many ways to EQ. I work with my own little band and stuff, and my guys, I had settings, so they're like they sang okay, but I can make them sound way much better because their settings were set. So artists will just go and have their settings, and it's like, you know what you're doing, right? And boom, you sound great and you sound good. But when you go live, it's like, what the fuck happened, right? But that's when you track yourself and do other things to kind of hide that stuff. So
okay, so then on the opposite spectrum of that, who impressed you as a singer?
As a singer, okay, that's a good one. I was very impressed. I didn't like Neo; he was a dick. But when I picked him, he's the type of, like, I can't. Okay, when you pick up somebody, first of all, remember remember SUVs weren't big for a while. Remember we all used to go in limos. Limos were the thing. So I guess the guy had asked for an SUV, and I said I can't get an SUV that night. We were trying to pick him up. I forget what venue it was, but then we got in the limo, and I don't know, maybe he was thinking I was going to be a girl. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking, but and it was him and his manager. And you know when you're talking to someone, but you're like, okay, I'm going to have this. So I'm looking at him. I'm like, okay, you're going to have we'll have you perform one song. Then you just got to do a meet and greet, and then you can do what you want. And he wasn't looking at me. He was looking at his manager, and he's like, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we can do that. I'm like, yo, motherfucker, I'm right here. Yo, I'm right here, motherfucker. And he's just like, yeah, okay, yeah. And then he had his hat on, so it's just like you can't even see him, like he had his hat on the whole time. I'm like, okay, yeah. So that was my experience with him. So then I got
hang on. Let me try this again. Hang on. The question was,
no, fuck off.
Who impressed you?
No, oh yes, fuck, I did it again. No, but
as a singer, which you thought at the time was a good question.
No, but he was a dick, but he could sing really well.
Okay,
so he was a dick, but he could sing. His voice was great. So yes, okay. Who else impressed me? You know, this is gonna sound really stupid. But, not stupid, but
Sean Kingston
T-Pain.
came back and he was good this time.
No, fuck no. T-Pain. T-Pain was great. I really like T-Pain.
Oh,
It's funny because he's an auto-tune guy, but he knows he knows how to do it. It's cool. Not every motherfucker auto-tunes, and they were like they're cussing it, but everybody's auto-tune has always been around us. Anyways, I'm doing that thing where So let's go back to So T-Pain, Neo, who impressed me as a singer? Alicia Keys, obviously.
I heard Alicia Keys live. She's wild.
Yeah, she's fucking fantastic. But I'm thinking who I've got to meet like up close and personal, who I really liked. I'd have to think. There's got to be Ryan Leslie. I don't know if you guys remember Ryan Leslie. Yeah, he's fucking great.
That guy is a monster.
I was very in awe of meeting him. Because I really like how he did his stuff and the way he presented himself and everything like that. So I was very excited to meet him as a producer and stuff like that. Pretty much, he was didn't live up to the expectation. But hopefully I answered enough people there. I mean, I'm trying to think.
Yeah, you hated on enough people there. Don't worry.
Okay, so you spoke about singers right now, people who couldn't sing and whatnot. So now, like I had an experience where I went to go see J. Rue the Damager years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this guy's boring. But I like him. I like his music, right? And then I see a guy like 50 Cent, who at the time I never really cared for his music, but I'm like, this guy's amazing as a performer. You know who's a great performer? LL Cool J was a monster as a performer.
But he's a fucking dick. Keep going. Sorry.
So, anyways, I'm asking you now, as hip hop artist now, who sucks or
it
like?
Doesn't matter. All he's hearing is who sucks.
Yeah.
Busta Rhymes.
Busta Rhymes is phenomenal. Fucking
Rhymes
phenomenal.
Now.
Okay, Busta Rhymes is phenomenal. LL Cool J is fucking insane, just a dick. So I'm sorry I had to add that in, but he is great. You're right. I don't think 50 Cent is good. I'm interested to see what he does. Snoop is great. Snoop is a great fucking performer. He knows what he's doing. He's just professional. Trying to think who else I got up close and personal with, and this is gonna sound tacky, but you know who's pretty good? He's not even a rapper, but Pitbull, really energetic, knows how to work a crowd. So he was really good. Rapping wise, who else? Oh, you know who I like? Jules Santana.
Okay.
Good energy, good vibe, knows his shit. He had a real good vibe to him. I have fucking like I have so many flyers and stuff of things that of people I've worked with, but those are things.
What was it about LL that you didn't like?
I'll reenact my moment with LL. Yo, LL, it's nice to meet you. I'm gonna be DJing up there. Yeah. LL, I'm gonna be DJing up there. So I just need a couple things. I just need. Yeah, LL, and then he went like this. And he walked away. That was it. That was
it must be something to do with the bald guys with that.
Yeah, I don't know. Fuck him. Fuck you, LL Cool J. Speaking of LL Cool J, this motherfucker's doing a tour. Did you see his tour? Did you see that tour that he's going on?
Yeah.
The Rock the Bells tour?
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to I saw the tour. Now, this is promotion at its finest. I saw the tour. Did you see the list of people on the Rock the Bells tour?
My memory's not good in my old age here, man.
Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna pull this up for a second. I just want you to guys. So this is why I don't have a hate on from him, but I know it sounds like it. But I was so excited to see this tour. Okay, so check this out. Here we go. So if I told you he's coming in concert, ready? Rock the Bells, Fat Joe, The Diplomats, Scarface, Diggable Planets, Rick Ross, Little Kim, Jada Kiss. Would you guys go? Or be excited to go?
Yeah.
Sounds all right. Sounds like a couple good artists there.
So if you do that, that's pretty dope. But if you read the fine print, it's like one person will show up at each venue. So see?
I hate fine print.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, no, you didn't. You didn't do that, LL Cool J.
So which one is Diggle is Ladybug?
I don't. Yeah. No. What I'm saying is one. not one artist. So like
one of the
so,
planets guy. One of
yeah,
the planets
or
is going to be.
so it could be so in LL Cool J in here. So the guy showing up here. So the people coming up here is LL Cool J, the Roots, and one more person. So then and all the other people you see on but he advertises all the artists, all the tours. So that's pretty much So
that
there
is
you
pretty
go.
whack. I hear that.
So yeah, LL Cool J, you ain't bad as hell, motherfucker.
Did we ever figure out who this guy likes or no? He doesn't like.
Yes, we talk.
Did we ever? Just out of curiosity.
Jules Santana, Busta Rhymes,
Yes.
fucking
BK Sweetest Music, big up.
LL Cool J is great, but I just didn't like him. Come on, man. That doesn't
Don't worry.
change.
Don't worry. No, it's not. No, I appreciate that, man. Like fuck it. I'm right behind you, man. I'm like fuck that guy, man.
All right, you know what, Rami? I did take pictures. I have a picture. Here's a funny story. Do you guys obviously remember the original Destiny's Child? So I have
I hope so, because I thought we knew everybody knew the original Spinderella, but
yeah,
all
there
right.
you go. Yeah, so Next, remember when Next was in big concert? Next came down for a concert, and the opening act was Destiny's Child, and there was a place I used to DJ called Power Bar, which I'm sure a lot of people know, and we got them to come in. They were the after party show, and people showed up, and people liked them at the time. So they came in and looked stunning. It was Beyonce, Michelle, Kelly. I forget the other one. See if I can forget it. But Chris, I forget. It's Beyonce's father was the manager at the time. So Beyonce's father was the manager at the time, and he came to the DJ booth, and he's like, "Oh, Bubba, you need to watch the girls. Okay, I'm going to go up and I'm going to get the stuff paid. So you need to watch the girls. They're not leaving this DJ booth." Now, what the fuck am I going to do? So I'm like, yeah, oh yeah. Yo, Beyonce, you keep your boot, you stay put, right? So yeah, don't you do it. By the way, Kelly Rowland is so hot. I always thought she was way better than Beyonce, but
Kelly Rowland's actually my favorite out of all of them, to be honest with you too.
Best. I love her. So by the way, I was like more in awe of Kelly Rowland, like, oh my God, look at you. And then she's and as soon as he leaves, they're like, bye. And they fucking get out of the booth. And I can't, like, what am I gonna do? I'm DJing too, right? So I can't chase.
Right.
And Sean's like, just leave it, Bubba. I'm like, okay. This motherfucker comes back and cusses the shit out of me, like literally sits me down like a fucking child. And it's like, I told you to do one thing. Keep your eye on 4 girls. You couldn't keep your eye on 4 girls. How the fuck are you going to be a DJ and promoter? I was like, motherfucker. But yeah, so I got told off hardcore by him. But the moral of the story is, and I lost track of it, but I have a Polaroid of me with Destiny's Child, a fucking Polaroid. Yeah. I should actually post that sometime. It's a Polaroid with me, Beyonce, Kelly, the original Destiny's Child. Yeah.
Well,
cool.
you know what? Send it to us. We'll talk about it. We'll snip this up right here, and we'll throw it into the internet.
Yeah, there you go. Throw it into the internet.
Throw into the internet.
Yes, but I don't think you can handle this.
I see what you did there.
Look at that elegant.
I see what you did there. Yeah. Yo,
you funny, very funny,
very
boy.
funny guy, man. Yo,
DJ
big up to
Sneaky.
everybody. Big up to everybody that's here. Yo, DJ Che La Soul's in the house. He's in the background. Sorry, Che. I know you hate when I do this, but I'm just gonna call you out. Big up, Che.
Yo, Che. Listen, I have a lot of respect for you, but lost a lot of respect for you tonight in one fell swoop because you watched 90 Day Fiance. So if you want to come defend yourself in the fucking chat, go feel free. But right now, nah.
Che, well, of all the people in the world, Che La Soul, not only if you want to defend yourself in the chat, but if you want me to send you the link and you want to come defend 90 Day Fiance live and in color, you could do that. Yeah, I know that's pressure, and I know you hate when I do this shit with you, Che. I know you can hear me, brother. I love you. I love you, Che.
We can hear you, Che.
I love you.
Yeah, he's sending us vibes.
He's like 90 Day Fiance.
Rami, I would blow up the picture of the Polaroid with me and Destiny's Child, but it just wouldn't look right. I've tried. The pixels are too small. And it was just think about it. You see my face all happy, you see the 2 girls, and then like it's just, and I have this I'm gonna say it's gonna sound mean. I have this really old Italian guy. He was the owner of the club at the time. He literally took it over because it was the guy who the owner who did it forfeited on the rent or whatever it is. And so the typical Italian construction guy took it over. Hey, what do I do with this club now, Bubba? Hey, Bubba, you're gonna help me put the people in here. I don't care black, brown. I like the color green. That's what I like, Bubba. That's the conversation. I don't care. Okay, Bubba, you just put the people there. Yeah, name was Mark. Yeah. So, anyways, there's Another one for you, gents. There you go. Off topic as usual. It's what I do best. Off
No,
topic.
we're jumping all over the place. Actually, you mentioned Twitch being some sort of a, your brain just had to solve it, so you solved it. This bloody TikTok mashup thing. Well, I can only imagine. Like, how did that happen? Because it's blown up.
Listen, I've done mashups forever. Like I was making mixes and stuff. I've done this shit for so long. It's just when you can, like, I have, there's so many things I can tell you, the stories and stuff like that. And there's a lot of shit. Like there's people out there that are fucking huge on TikTok and stuff that I work with hand in hand for years. Like I'm talking 7-8 years, and I'm so proud of them for kicking ass and doing well. But like the art form was learned like literally in my studio. Like we're going back and forth and doing stuff. So I've done this stuff. So you know what it is, man. It's funny because some people don't. I've done it a long time, but I actually went off and I created a fusion group called Culture Shock. And this fusion group was, fusions, literally fusing Indian and English, east to west. And I kind of went off to that. And it was very, very, very successful for me, to the point where like DJing was like, there was no point in it. Like there was just so much money being made traveling all over the place. Like it's funny because I have tracks on playlists. I was signed to, I got a record deal, full-fledged record deal, Island Records. Amy Winehouse's manager, the producer at the time, they signed the team. We were signed there. It was great. I got to work and meet very cool people. I made remixes for some of the biggest artists in the world. I made our own songs that did phenomenal, toured, did all that stuff like that. And I guess when it comes so I've always had my feet in production and stuff like that. I do it, but I'll tell you, it's a lot of hard work. And so when that stuff went kind of south, I kind of was just like, do I want to work with more artists? Do I want to do this stuff? Do I want to kind of pick up the DJing part again? Like it was kind of like, so some people are like, oh my God, like he left the business, or he wasn't with it. I just wanted to evolve. I was sick and tired. I was sick and tired of like fucking weeklies every fucking week, same fucking thing, same dumb fucking club owners talking shit, being racist, trying to make ends meet with them, or trying, someone's scamming this, someone's scamming. It just gets tiring. I mean, like, and I made it a career, right? But the business was dying too, and sometimes you don't see the signs, and sometimes you see the signs too late. And I learned that that's ego when you're young. You think you can do anything, and you can think you can stop anything, and you don't. As you get older, you realize sometimes signs are there for a fucking reason. So it's important that you pay attention to them, right? And as you get older. So those are the things. And when I went on to do that stuff, the production was there. So production and mashups are always around me. So the thing is, on social media, I post a picture of me going on Twitch, I get 3 likes. I post a picture of a donut, I get 30 likes.
Right.
I post a picture of my dog, I get 150 likes. Right. So it's sad but true, because people they're like, it's a tough day. So I'm like, how do I keep bringing people back? I'm not going to make this about Instagram. I'm not going to make this about my dog every fucking day. I can make it about food, but it's not who I am. So, you make your mixes, you make your stuff when you're DJing, but it's the in-between of how you got to bring people back. So that's literally what it was done for. Like, I've been like the mashup thing, you're seeing it now, but I was like, it's funny when people are like, we had some pretty good success with it. Dude, man, I used to call it tea time. I was doing it for 4 years, right? And you just keep doing it back and forth. I wasn't doing it on TikTok, and I've been, I should have, because the algorithm on TikTok, I'm a social media dude. So the algorithm on TikTok was big back then because they wanted you to be successful. The algorithm now on it is like, yeah, if you're not big, fuck off, right? It's kind of that way. So, so that's where it came from. Literally, that's it. And like I said, we do it all the time. I've done it. And for me, it's live mashups. Like there's a lot of, and see, this is what drives me friggin' insane, because on TikTok, you can do anything you want. Like I said, I put up a post a while ago, and I thought it was funny. And I said, if you want to, I made 7 figures on Twitch last year. And then I swipe left to figure it out. I'm like, hey, dumbass, I didn't make anything. Don't believe everything you read, right? And that's social media in a nutshell, right? People, kids will see something and think someone's living a great life, but they're fucking, living in the back of a car, and you don't.
Baba, I swiped right.
Yeah,
I swiped. I swiped, and you gave me nothing. You gave me nothing.
I'm about to give you something right now.
And I
Okay,
called
I'm
Tito
about
and I
to
said, "Do we want this guy on the show, man?"
But that's it. That's fucking social media in a T. So I didn't want to. My phone died. I didn't want to do produce mashups. I don't want to do produce mashups where I can make stuff sound like it's like legitimately an insane remix, but it's not. I can't do that on just these two things, right? It just
Right.
doesn't happen. Adding bass lines, guitar riffs and different shit to make it really crazy. I don't do that. But then I see people doing it and they're fucking killing it, and I'm excited for them. And then people are hating on it. You can't hate because they're actually producing it. It's the way they're
Right.
presenting it is fake, right?
Right.
So I'm like, stop hating. So just stop the fucking hate, right? So with the mashups and what we're doing, it's very cool. I get to do it, but it's tough, man, because I can tell you, like, I'll put 60 out, and the ones I think are great, nobody gives a fucking rat's ass about. The ones that I hate, they're like, oh my God, that is the best thing I've ever fucking heard. And you're just like, for the love of God, right? It's just like, yeah, it is. Like, I put up the first success I had on TikTok was an ACD mashup where I did it. I think it was on Twitch. And I literally thought nothing of it. I just put it up. It was like, it is nothing. Like, if you guys have heard it, like my dog could do it. Like, anybody could do it, right? It's literally that. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you're trending. I'm like, trending? What the fuck did I do? But that's how stupid it is, right? That's the point I'm making. So everyone's like, what did you do? How did you figure it out? I'm like, well, I didn't do anything. I just literally put up the fucking thing, but I've been doing it for so long. Right. And it worked. But like I said, I really wish I had the secret sauce. Pause. Right. But,
you do have the secret sauce, Bob.
Yeah,
You just actually said it. The secret sauce, what you said was actually the commitment to keep on just doing stuff and keep putting it out. And behind every success, there's 60, 70 failures. But just your persistence is the secret sauce.
It's tough, brother. It's like, listen, you guys, even you do, like, it's Twitch is, we came in, like I said, imagine I had to work my way up in the club era to get to the golden era, but we came in the golden era of Twitch because everybody was home. So what you got on Twitch was actually false. So when we got on Twitch, I knew it was never real. And it's not a bad thing. Who stayed on Twitch, right? That's the facts. Whoever stayed on Twitch, but that wasn't real. So the money people are making, the things they're doing, I'm like, it's just a matter of time before it goes down. So you have to find a way to balance it out, right? That's kind of how Twitch works and how social media works. So I can tell you, like, it's tough. It is annoying as shit putting stuff out time and time again. And people, they don't care. They're like, oh, another mashup. Oh, fuck, who cares? Boom. Like, it's tough. It is tough consistently doing stuff. And sometimes you want, like, maybe that's why I feel like I pulled my hair out. I'm fucking bald now, right? Like, it's tough, right? It's a tough business and people don't see that side and they think it's all rose. Maybe they don't, but it's fucking time consuming. It's a pain in the ass coming up with something creative, putting it up there, and you get 3 fucking likes. You get 2 insights, but you keep doing it. You keep doing it. You keep doing it. It's cool. The people are like, oh my God, I heard your mashup. How long you've been DJing for? 2 weeks? And you're like, oh fuck, for the love of God. But it is what it is, man. So, but yeah, I love them. I continue to do them. It's kind of something that I have a lot of fun with. But it does take a toll mentally. You're like, God, this is draining. So, I'm hoping, the goal is, to help. It's helping the branding. It helps the branding. It helps expand the brand because as much as I want things to grow, you need to grow by awareness, and it's got to be consistent awareness all over the place. So, and I also choose to do all types of mashups. So some people are like, you don't have a country crowd. It's not about having a country crowd. It's about having someone understand me from a different element. So I posted something the other day where someone's like, stick to Bangra, bud. Like, you're an Indian guy, stick to.
I saw that. Yeah.
Which is, it's funny as hell, right? That they said Bangra. Like, I'm like, yeah, let's have some roti. But it's but the truth is, and that's it. Yeah. Love that roti. Oh my God. Babacan. Babacan. I love that roti you guys eat. Oh, you're kind. Oh, I love it. Roti.
Roti.
Yeah. Roti. Yeah, there it is. That was that. Yeah, Andy, you're right. Roti. Yeah, that's that thing on a TikTok. Some Jamaican guy came on, and he's like, "We're eating roti." I'm like, "Oh Lord, you didn't say that. Yeah,
they said that. So early in Pizza in the Break Room, when we were talking about some things, a lot of the folks that stick with us would have heard stories of. I used to talk about 23andMe. There's this guy we call Lover One. Lover One, Baba Kahn is my father, and I know through some degrees of separation that you know a DJ, and his name is DJ Mark Black.
Yes.
And we had Celebrity Drew on some time ago as well. And I tried to pull a story about Mark Black out of Celebrity Drew. And as a good friend should, he held strong.
Oh, I'm not going to hold strong.
All right. I would love for you to tell me a Mark Black story.
So first of all, if you don't know Mark Black's been working with me for almost 20 years now, over 20 years. Yeah, I met him. He was a flyer guy doing flyers, and then he worked with me being a soldier in the streets, and then he got to emceeing, and then he got to DJing, and he's just a fantastic human being. I love him. One of the most loyal persons I've ever met. Continues to work with me this day. One of the best DJs in my 808 entertainment company. He's hired all the time, nonstop. Fantastic human being. But oh, does he love women. So
so don't fall far from the
tree. There you go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So there's one time in a club. Well, many times in a club. So I'll give you this one time.
Lover 2 in the chat.
Yeah,
Lover 2 in the chat.
But I'm not gonna do that story yet. We're at a club. And we're at a club. I forget the fucking club. Where is it? God, I forget the club. It's in Oakville somewhere, I think it is. And
I don't even think it matters at this point.
Okay, so and then so these college girls and college guys or what at university, they're like, oh my god, and then I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And Mark turns around, they're like, it's DMX. They're like, oh my god! And I'm like, what the fuck? And Mark's looking at me. I'm like, I don't get it, man. What's going on? They're like, oh my god, please just come in our booth, please, just hang with us for a bit. This motherfucker sat. It got 100 pictures taken of him. He was drinking all night. They were fucking worshiping him like a god, and the whole time they were completely. To this day, they must have gone home. I don't know what felt stupid, but I'm talking like. It was royalty. They just I like to think I'm a pretty big deal.
When they heard DMX died, they mourned.
Yeah. So yeah, Mark was like, and to this day, me and Mark talk about, and for some reason, Mark when he gets, they always think he's DMX, and I don't know what it is, but that's one story that to this day, and I'm just like, I'm like, look at, and they were all over him, like he's like, oh my god, I love you. Oh, come here, give me a kiss. Oh, come here, and he's just like, okay. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's Mark. So I'll give you one more. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm DJing. Well, all of a sudden, when you're DJing, you tend to look in the crowd. And part of my skill set is looking at the crowd, seeing how they respond, seeing what they do to music, and seeing how they respond to what you're playing. And I think it's an art form to read people's eyes, read their body movement, all that stuff like that. So, but sometimes you feel people staring at you, right? So you're like, oh, okay, no. So I'm good-looking guys. It happens, shit happens. So then all of a sudden I was like, boom, and there's like these eyes, right? And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I was like, all right, I'm just DJing, and then boom, I'm like, I just feel this tension. I'm just like staring. I was like, there's just staring. I'm just like, right, and then you keep staring, and then it's like boom, and then I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then I see Mark's in the back like this. I said, Mark, what are you doing? He's like, Papa, there's 3 girls that are here right now that you gotta get me out of here. I'm like, what do you want me to do for you, Mark? He's like, I don't know, but that one, and that one. This is going back a long time ago, and then like that one and that one. And I'm like, yeah, they're glaring at me like I'm you, and they're like, yeah, because they don't know. They all came to find me tonight because I knew I was DJing here. But when I saw them, I just ran to the DJ booth and I hid. So the problem was the escape door is right. You can see him leave. So they would all, and they're strategically placed, like boom, boom, boom. So he had no hope in hell of getting out. He had no hope in hell of getting out. So he's like, Bobs, I'm like, dude, I don't know what to do. So this guy, it was 10:30. He did not leave that DJ booth. So they watched to see if he'd come. He stayed on the ground, low, like couldn't leave, didn't get a drink, didn't go washroom till 3:30 in the morning when they left. And I had to leave the door locked. And he stayed there the whole night. But he was happy as a pig in shit because he didn't get caught. So good for Mark Black. But that's what he did. He went there. Yeah. So there you go. There's two stories of Mark Black. There you go.
Appreciate
there you go.
it.
Hey, see, there you go. DMX and Loverboy. There you go. Two and two. There you go. So he got it. So, but he's an amazing human being, and I consider him a super, super good friend. And I don't have, in this business, you don't have a lot of good friends, but I consider him one of my best friends in the business.
T-Dot, is he your older brother or younger brother?
Younger
brother.
Yeah, he's a good human. He's a good human being. Love him to death.
Good to hear that shit. Man.
Yes. 100%.
Let me ask you one other question then. Music, DJing, all these years, memories has brought you blank.
You know what? I'm gonna say see, I don't. There's two ways I can swing it. What I think, you know what? I'm gonna say happiness. And not happiness because I think the biggest, if I'm gonna toot my own horn, the biggest success of my career is being able to rebuild it time and time again in this business. Right. So I think that's the thing that I'm proud of most. So I guess happiness there because you know, like anything when you're in the public eye, or not like I was majorly public eye, but when you're in the public eye, you build a persona, you build up a reputation, you build up entertainment, and then it dies. So I've been able to over time rebuild my career time and time again, and I think that's what I'm proud of the most. So when I look back, there's things I regret. There's things I regret that I had to do, but I think overall, it's brought me success. It's brought me, money. It's taught me a lot of lessons along the way, but I think happiness is the biggest thing business, because I think I'm doing what I love, and it's not a lot of people out there who can say they do what they love, and maybe there is a lot of people out there, but for me, it's truly something that I've loved, and like from my childhood, and forced my brother into it, forced DJ labor at a very young age.
I love that you said that you one of the things is that you're able to reinvent yourself throughout your entire career, and that's a super big thing, especially for somebody in your line of work.
Yeah.
Being an artist as you are, to be able to reinvent yourself with the time, because sometimes you can fall victim to time.
Yeah. Right? Listen, man, it takes a lot of time. Like there's a lot of ego that goes with when I was first in the biz and stuff like that, and you're growing up and you're trying to protect your turf and your nights and your clubs and stuff like that. So you fall victim to a lot of that stuff, and you learn over time. That's just, people don't give a shit, and so you spend so much time thinking that people care or people are talking about you and stuff like that, but over time you learn that they're really not. You're just caught up in your own head and your own nonsense. So rebuilding and rebranding is something that takes time. It takes, there's a lot of situations where I've been on top of the mountain and friggin' at the bottom of the a mountain trying to climb my way back up. But I think I'm happy. I'm in a happy headspace because I get to control how I do things now to a point. When I DJ and how I DJ my events, I'm very selective now. I don't go out a lot. I don't do a lot of events. I do a lot of DJing, but it's a lot of corporate, private, but it's done on my terms, the way I like things done. And, I think I've earned the right to do that. Doesn't mean it's that part. So maybe it's not publicly so cool, or I'm not like the same dude I was years ago, but in some way, shape, or form, I find a more peace in the fact that I'm sometimes behind the scenes and not in the forefront, and I can just kind of be me and do my thing and be the nerd that I want to be.
What about you? What about DJ Baba Khan is misunderstood, whether it be within your friends, your family, or your fans?
Misunderstood. I mean, I guess misunderstood's that's a good thing. No one's ever really asked me that.
You got 1 minute to answer this question, Baba.
What's misunderstood? I think the part where I don't I put out the attitude that I don't care a lot. Like it's things don't bug me. Things bug me. You're only human, right? So do things bug me? And along the way, you know. So it's not that like you develop thick skin, but there's moments where you're silent. And you're like, fuck, man. Like it's tiring. It's tough. So you go through the motions, you go through the waves, but sometimes you have to put up that front, right? So you have to go up there and you got to do your thing and you got to be that guy and you got to be that. So sometimes I think those are the things that I think that's Mr. So I think like being, I guess, tough in a certain way, but sometimes you're really not as tough as you act.
It's professional.
No, that's a strong one. That is strong.
Yeah, that's good. That's good, man. So, Bubba, it's 11:10 right now. So shout out to Mrs. Ron C, first of all, because it's 11:10 and I've got control of the mic. It's great, Mrs. Ron C. This is fantastic. At 11:11, Baba, everybody that's here puts like all their good juju and energy into the chat for that whole entire minute.
All right.
So first of all, we'd like to thank everybody that was able to come by tonight. This has been awesome to learn a little bit about you, hear some of these stories, and kind of walk through some history as well. So respect to you, sir, for being here, taking the time as well, and just like big up to your journey and to your impact on the city in general and kind of everything that you've done. But in about 3 seconds at 11:11, everybody good juju into the chat. Anything that you're looking for, we already talked about. It's already May, everybody. So continue to think on that. For everybody that's trying to and continuing, like Bubba talked about, to persevere at certain times through certain things and be able to reinvent yourself. So if you're feeling like you got to change something up or do something, do it, right? Because you just never know when it's going to. Never know what's going to hit as successful as you can or are. There's always something that could take you to the next level. All right. Sometimes you want to turn a 9 out of 10 into a 9.5 out of 10. Ain't nothing wrong with that either. So good juju on that. And then you all breathe it in for like, you gotta take like a deep breath and breathe in. Feel that good juju from everybody.
Whatever it is you desire, whatever it is you want to manifest, everybody let these 11:11s carry that energy, that good energy towards you and towards whatever you desire.
Yeah, man. One thing we never talked about this whole entire time, Drift, June 11th, Couture, my man over here throws a wonderful boat cruise. Maybe a couple of DJs on that boat cruise. Fitz, real quick, tell them about Drift.
Sunday, June 11th, we have our annual boat cruise called Drift, and we have our special DJs. We have DJ Ron C. We have Roots Redemption, and we also have Mr. Majestic, and it is brought to you by Couture Life and Jade Event Management. We always have a good time. Hope to see y'all there.
So big up to that. Bubba, you want to tell the people about you, where they can see you, what you're doing, anything, what's coming up next?
What you got going on? Yeah.
I'm just we working hard. We do the you can check me always on Twitch, TikTok, Instagram. We got the mashups all over the place for all your professional corporate nightclub needs. It's 808entertainment.ca. That's the team, the crew that does events all across Canada. We go worldwide as well, so do a lot of that, a lot of good stuff. Bringing Memoirs Meets Renaissance back. The date will be Friday, July 7th. we're going to be inside Early Mercy, so that's a guaranteed. I haven't put anything else on that. It's the first time you're hearing it, but that party's coming up. I don't do a lot of parties. Yeah, so I don't do a lot of parties anymore. So that's something that I have a lot of fun with. And then, yes, I will be doing another brunch. The brunch will be a larger brunch, and it'll be around my birthday time in September. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, we made it to a brunch, and then the next time I didn't get tickets in time to get to the brunch, man. So big up to the brunch.
Yes, the brunch. Yeah, brunch is cool. So I'm looking to do, and I think for sure, I'm going to do a cool event next year for my 30 years in the business. So I'm looking forward. I'm trying to plan that night. So I think that'll be fun.
Well, Baba, my occupation doesn't bring me around the world, as yours has. Before we go, I just would like you to tell me or tell us where was your best experience?
Coolest experience. I've got two. So I was lucky enough to perform and DJ for Diwali at Times Square, New York City. It was 50,000 people there. Incredible event. So being on stage center and just people screaming and the names, shouting, the autographs, very, very cool experience. So it was probably one of the highlights of my career. I got to do that 3 times. And then I did a show in Copenhagen. Very cool experience. I believe the event was for World AIDS Day at the time. Just a complete mind-blowing festival outdoors. Very cool. Just different, unique people, the artists. And so that was an experience for me and stuff like that. But yeah, I there's a lot of stuff I've done. So, but those are 2 things that were very cool and dear to my heart. But yeah, there's a lot of things along the way that are cool. But definitely Times Square and Copenhagen were cool.
Wicked.
That is awesome. All right, everybody. This was episode 93. Pete's in the break room. Big up to legend Baba Kahn for being here. We are going to raid out to DJ Star Q. He's playing, so we can go, what do we call it? Stick and stay, all that good stuff. Something like that. The Twitch people call it. We'll be back Friday morning, 7:45 a.m. and we're here every Tuesday at 9:30. But thank you again, Bubba. This was good stuff.
Gents, you're good human beings. That's definitely why I'm here. So I can tell you that right now. You guys are good people. So your energy is great. Your vibe is great. Continued success. Keep doing what you're doing. It's hard work, man, but you guys seem to enjoy it, and I'm proud of you guys for doing it. So keep the hustle alive, man.
I appreciate you, and thank you so much for sharing your time with us.
All right, boys. We'll talk.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. JCap Snaps. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you for making it, JCap Snaps.
DJ Kid C, thank you so much. Julie Mango, thank you so much. Chico Singh, thank you so much. Christopher K, man, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Chris and Manny and Callie, thank you. Tadao, Ms. Ron C, Denise Jojo, thank you so much.
Go Habs, go.
Habitants. The Courtney Queen. Thank you so much.
Leafs, one game at a time. Let's go.
Oh, no. Fuck that shit. They ain't going nowhere.
One game at a time, man.
Don't give me that shit right now.
One game at a time.
Yeah.
Let's go.
What
do you want me to do, Baba?
We didn't even get into that. You didn't let me. I wanted to express my anger towards the goddamn Leafs and the goddamn organization. I'm going to do that on my show on Saturday. I just wanted to vent. Glad you didn't get me started. It would have been evil.
I can wait. You know what? Hang on.
No, don't do it. Don't do it because I'm just.
Hang on. I just canceled the raid. Hang on. We got to fix the man. Hang on. Watch this. Watch this, Baba. You've told us a few times about people, places, and things that you didn't like very much. So tell us about the Toronto Maple Leafs and how you feel.
Fucking attitude. That's what I feel. The attitude of this team blows my mind. You are one of the most successful franchises in history, and your culture, the way you do your shit annoys the hell out of me. I know you're all athletes. I get it. But being an athlete means you're front and center. Do your fucking job. Show up when you got, and you know what? People will say to me, oh, you can't do that. It's hard. I get it. But that's what they're paid to do. I don't cry if I fuck up a party and I do bad. I fuck it up. That's what it is. But you need to show up. You need to show up. And you need to show and prove, and that's how you get by. You don't get paid millions for never showing up when it counts. You get paid millions to show up when it does count, mother. So what I'm saying is Toronto Maple Leafs. I've been watching you since I was 12 or 13 with my dad. I'm going to tell you a quick story, real quick. My dad was sick in the hospital. He passed away last year, but I remember he was quiet, the Leafs were going into the playoffs, and he wasn't saying anything. He was very quiet. I was shooting the shit with my brother about the Leafs at the time, and my dad was been quiet for half an hour because he was recovering and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, I'm like, yeah, they're gonna make it. They're gonna go all the way. Yeah, I got it. They're going against the Habs. They're gonna beat the shit out of them. Everything's gonna be great. My dad turned around and said, no, they're not. And he went back to bed. That's how much faith my fucking dad had in the fucking Leafs. Okay. So I can tell you, show up. Now, they're not winning this series. This series is done. I don't give a shit about one day at a time. What I want to see is I want to see some heads fucking roll. I want to see some cultural changes. We were finishing, the Raptors were finishing first. Every time in their league, they would get stumped by they got to the Braun, and you're one of the greatest players in all time is beating you. Fine, hands down. But what did Masai do? Masai says, I got to make a fucking change. What do these guys do? They just keep paying them more. Grow the fuck up. All right? Show the fuck up. Play the game. You know what? It's not about always. I don't care if you lose by a million goals. I just want you to show the fuck up. Be those players. When I look back at hockey players and I look back at the Doug Gilmour and Wendell Clark and these guys, we love there's people and players we love in the city because of the hustle and drive. JYD for fucking the Raptors. Not the greatest player, but his hustle, his drive. That's what we want. That's all I want to see. And if you can do that, I'm cool. I don't care if you lose, but show the fuck up. Done.
Bum, 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 bum.
Well,
Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah.
All right. So hang on. Just to reiterate, this was episode 93 of Pizza in the Break Room with DJ Baba Kahn. That shit was definitely worth it. Big up to y'all for being here. Big up to y'all. Thank you very much, Baba Kahn. Thank you very much, Couture, Jay. Thank you very fucking much, all y'all. Thank you very fucking much. Big up to the Funkos. Big up to all that shit.
How hard you get hit.
Now,
that's how winning is done.
This motherfucker shows up. Leafs need to show up like this motherfucker.
Now we're gonna go see DJ Star Q.
Star Q.
Thank
legend,
you
love
all. Holla, holla, holla. Now we out. Big up, y'all. Oh man. Awesome. All right. We are out there.
We good?